It is a cold morning on the prairies, but glad you're with us. Monday, day 4, the Montana's Brier here in Regina on TSN. The home to the Rough Riders, home to the Regina Pats in the distance. That's our home, the Brandt Center. And our feature, a couple veterans. Brad Gushue, game 250 of his Brier career this morning. And for Jamie Cooey, game 164. That is our feature. Come on inside the building. Glad you're with us on this Monday morning. Brian Mudrick, Joanne Courtney, Kathy Gauthier. A new week and some new conditions for the Rocks as head ice technician Greg Owasco texturing the stones last night so the players know, and maybe some more curl on the ice going forward. In the meantime, action from last night, the #1 team in Canada, #2 team in the world, Brendan Bottcher, cruising early here, Joanne.
Yeah, they're looking so comfortable out there, getting a good read on the ice early. They controlled the majority of this game. Ontario had some chances to make some doubles for multiple scores, not able to connect. This was actually Brendan Bottcher's first and only draw of the game. Really strong from Alberta.
He was the winner in the Calgary bubble in 2021. Brendan Bottcher representing Alberta, and a nice start to win over Scott Howard, Ontario. Kathy, last night a lot of people from Northern Ontario watching this one intently.
Well, this was a battle of the undefeated so far coming into this game. It was back and forth, both teams converting, forced the extra end, and this is a shot Brad Jacobs had for the win.
Representing Northern Ontario for so many years. Nice little tap now in Manitoba colors. And they are perfect thus far. The Brier champ from Edmonton 2013. And Team Carruthers, 9-8 the final there. You saw the highlights, Bottcher 8-2 over Howard and Ontario. Calvin Schneider, who's from Regina. Nice to see him get a win 7-2. And Scoffin 11-7 over New Brunswick and Grattan. So the standings, it's early. Top 3 each pool qualify for the playoffs. Bottcher, Carruthers, McEwen. Oh, what a start for him in Saskatchewan colors. And Slichinski, all perfect to start. And we focus on Pool B this morning. Great memories for Brad Gushue in this building. Last time in Regina, 2018, he was the champion. But, Joe, sometimes even a 5-time Brier champ has some struggles with the ice.
Yeah, and for Brad, he'll say it himself. He's the most nervous for that first draw in these championships because he has to figure everything out. He's usually more comfortable as the week goes on, but it's the 4th draw now for this team, and I don't see him comfortable yet. Still having a hard time figuring out where to put the broom and getting a manage on draw speeds. They need to get that communication ironed out to have a good game today.
So he told me he's had 3 games and he's felt the ice 3 different times, totally different. So trying to find his groove. In the meantime, Kathy, a lot of brother connections at this year's Brier, including the Kennedys. Mark playing well for Bottcher, and Glenn off to a strong start as well.
Well, it's interesting when you hear Kennedy and Cooey, you think about Kevin and Mark, but in fact it is Jamie Cooey who is playing so well, and this is why he is being helped by Glenn. He is 88%, a +2. Mark Nichols is even. That could be the difference in today's game.
The last time Jamie Cooey started 2-1 was 2012, and that year he made the 3-4 page playoff game and played his brother, lost the game, but what a start. We're all set. First Rock next from Regina.
You have to play really well just to get through your pools, and for us to win, we're going to have to play well. We're going to have to beat some incredibly good teams and teams that have been playing well this year, and it's going to be a challenge.
We have the same team as we have the last couple of years, so that's going to help, but you really got to just get hot at the right time. You got to peak at the right time. We match up pretty well in our pool, we think, so it's just a matter of peaking and being mentally and physically ready to go.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And by BKT Tires, growing together.
Welcome back to the Brandt Center. Great to be with you on this Monday morning. Kathy, what do you have your eye on?
Well, beyond the feature sheet, Matt Manuel, that is such a good team, but just struggling to get a win against Aaron Sluchinski, coming in undefeated, hoping to continue that trend. Shane Latimer from Nunavut takes on Tyler Smith. He has not played that many games yet, has split those. And Julien Tremblay from Quebec will looking to continue trying to get to the even. Takes on Kevin Cooey in a must-win situation for Cooey.
Kevin 1-2, Jamie 2-1, our feature. And it's time to meet the teams. Brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how we begin with Team Canada. And Brad Gushue, your skip. Third, Mark Nichols. At second, E.J. Harnden. And at lead, Jeff Walker. Out of the Yellowknife Curling Club, Northwest Territories, your skip, Jamie Cooey. At third, Glenn Kennedy. Second, Cole Parsons. And at lead, Shadrach McLeod. So a great start for Jamie Cooey, as this is the brother off to a 2-1 start. Rock colors this morning, it is Team Northwest Territories, the Yellowstones, Team Canada, the Redstones. I like it when a plan comes together like that. You see the draw to the button numbers, not a strong morning this morning for the team from the north. So it is Team Canada with Hammer. And to lead things off, it is the lead, Shadrach McLeod, the 30-year-old who lives in Yellowknife.
Line's a bit tight. Line's a bit tight. Yep, clean,
Now, we mentioned off the top that the rocks have been textured, so expecting to see some extra finish. Definitely caught the Northwest Territories team in that draw for Hammer.
Really tight.
I took a peek, Joe, on draw to the buttons, and watching Brad Gushue throw an intern in practice, they had the broom just outside of the 12, and it curled right up near that Montana's button. So a lot of curl this morning after the rock texturing from the chief ice technician, Greg Owasco.
Line's tight. Line's okay. Toppy. Line's good.
I think in general the players will be thrilled with that. The speed has been wonderful. 15-second range, high 14 from hog to hog, but just missing a little bit of finish, especially on those finesse weight taps. So they'll be happy to see more bite to these stones.
Get it out there, pal. Close, just fine.
In his third Brier appearance for McLeod.
Top 8. Hard then. Top 8. Hard everything. Hard everything. Hard. Keep going close. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard. Top 4. Hard. Hard. Straight. Whoa. Shut, bud.
There's a good look at that curl, Joe. It will finish strong, and it has so far this morning.
Yeah.
And well managed by the brushers.
Yeah.
A little more curl means it's going to be a little bit slower, because that rock is going to move more sideways than it was before. We did really well to get that rock there.
Top 4. More, but... Hey. Line's good. Top 8. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard for line. Hard. You gotta go for weight too. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Really gotta go. Really gotta go. Guys. Really gotta go. Stand up, rolling in. Okay. That looked like more?
Yeah,
that's slow.
that's my rock.
Okay. I thought it was a little more.
Yeah. It looked like the same or more.
Just a discussion from Mark and Jeff. Sometimes there's some mismatched rocks in a set, and often teams will give it to the lead. So Mark felt that in practice his rock was running a bit slower, and Jeff now confirming that after throwing one back four to come up tight guard, that's a pretty big difference.
Real hard.
Really hard to get rid of it.
Hard, Glenn. Hard.
Oh boy.
Nicole Parsons,
Hard,
little tap, the yellow knocked in, and enough speed to get the red to go.
Okay. Just back 12.
See more curl on the stones, so seeing more curl already on the hits as well. Just an over curl there for Cole.
14-1 on his draw.
Tighter though.
Yeah,
Back 12.
That incredible Olympic run with Brad Jacobs and two-time Brier champ E.J. Harnden, winning with Jacobs Edmonton 2013, and last year with Gushue 2023. That win in London where the team went 10-1 en route to the championship.
Hard. Whoa, straight. Get it red.
We're hoping to get to the nose here and release the back red.
Well,
It's a plan B.
Okay.
Keys to the game, and Joe, let's start with the team from the north.
As mentioned, with the extra finish on these rocks, Team Northwest Territories has to be prepared for that. They wouldn't see that kind of finish in the regular curling club. Don't play in the arena very often. And keep calm and Cooey on. Team Cooey, especially Jamie Cooey, he's looking comfortable out there. He's looking dialed in. Maintain that calm demeanor, and he's going to need one of his best games here against Team Canada.
Hard, bud. Hold it, hold it. Hold it. Hard, hard, hard.
Real hard. Holy.
Watch the roll.
Wow. Tough miss splitting the uprights. And Joe, the keys this morning for Team Canada.
Yeah, for Brad Gushue and company, they'll want to set it up early. We mentioned off the top that Glenn and Jamie have been playing really well, so they'll want to put some pressure on the front end for Team Northwest Territories. An early read, especially with the change in the stones. This team needs to communicate, sort out what the ice is doing in order to play better as the game goes on.
Keys to the game brought to you by Scotty's Facial Tissue. Unleash the Scotties.
Looks good.
Top four. Close. Yep. Hard line. Hard line.
Hard, Jeff. Make it.
Hard line.
Hard, Jeff. You got it. Push, Jeff.
Top 12.
Hard. You got it. Push, Jeff.
Top 8. We're good.
Go,
We're good.
go, go.
It's good. We're good.
Hard.
Whoa, whoa.
Top four.
You're right. Wait only.
We're okay.
Top 4.
Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Good shot. Really good. Good shot.
Well, Joe, you can feel the intensity. They've brought it with them this morning.
Those two throws are night and day. That one was close. I would said it was a little straight on the first one. Rock outside of
As
the
soon
line.
as it started to make a move, it looked like it was.
And
weight
Kathy,
was out of
here's
it.
the player you think that could make the difference this morning in Glenn Kennedy.
Well, he has played so well this week, Muddy. His numbers are really good, and he has really supported Jamie. And when he has not made the shot, he's left a really good miss.
Kennedy runs it back, gets the one red, and he'll spill it through. Shooter rolls in.
That's good. There's no backing it up right now. No, but you held it there pretty good, actually. Okay.
I think we got to go there.
Seeing lots of curl on all the shots, the hits, the draws. And precision will take a few shots to zero in on now with the new conditions.
And I'm certainly seeing that on the other three sheets. We're seeing
Like you just say, just draw a
uncharacteristic
button, is that
wrecks
enough?
on guards and rollouts as the teams try to adjust to the new finish on these stones.
So, Joe, when you find out last night all the teams knew the rocks being textured,
So it still feels
as
that
a
slow,
world-class sweeper like you were, how does that change things for you, a front-end player?
Earlier, so the conditions, it was very straight, very fast. If you swept anything early, it would really change the trajectory of the stone. So when you hear that the rocks are getting textured, you kind of expect to have to approach managing the stone differently. You could sweep hard early, knowing it'll always come back. Also know the rock won't carry as much as before, so more aggressive sweeping. You kind of think going to bed last night, okay, we'll be sweeping lots tomorrow.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep. Top 4. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Good shot. Really good.
Mark
Yeah, you just gotta
Nichols,
trust it,
and
try
right
to
now,
look at it.
Team Canada lying the three with hammer here in one.
It's another inch.
These are the precision hits that can be so tough in a circumstance like this. You want to hit this absolutely perfect. Try to make the run double here for Glenn Kennedy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
In his third consecutive Brier appearance, all with Cooey.
Hard.
Glenn Kennedy, run it back. 1, 2, great run back double, gets them both. That is a big shot from the Northwest Territories third.
There we go, it's better. Good shots. Thanks. Here?
You see more weight. I'd assume a straighter throw, a little more ice.
This is good, Pat. This is a good
Happy with that
path.
result.
You think this is a good path?
There's been some draws down here, yeah. You want a little more? You throw a normal?
Yeah.
That's good.
Wouldn't mind seeing just a shade more. Yeah. You like that?
Yeah.
He is a 5-time Brier champ. That relationship with Brad Gushue going back many, many years. And these two guys are 1-2 all-time in Brier wins. Gushue #1, Nichols #2.
Good shot.
The hit, little roll, and again, Team Canada lies 2 here in 1.
Good shot.
Thanks.
Good shot.
Thanks.
Right on the 5. Yep.
Little flop towards the middle there, so
Mine ran
Jamie
pretty true,
Couey is
I
going
thought,
to take
hey?
on the
Good scrub
double
there.
here.
That's a good shot.
You won't be
Like
able to
this one
keep
too.
your shooter.
Joe, just strategy. Could you not hit this one and try roll to a better place to set up the double on your second stone?
Yeah, you could. They could play the hit and roll to the left-hand side of the screen, try to cross the center line and group them. Also might get a miss on broom placement. Could always have to worry about that jam if you're Brad Gushue, but this isn't wrong either. Got a crack at it.
In his 17th Brier appearance, Jamie Couey.
Chat.
His first and one, the tough double.
Okay.
And he'll hit and stick.
Like, I don't know what the guys got, but
Okay. Mark said he thought his weight was hard. I thought he threw it hard, yeah. Okay. Thought he was probably about an 8.5. So, okay.
That's really important information for Brad. He called for a normal weight hit, but he knows that Mark's ran a little straighter because it had a bit more weight.
Similar.
Good weight. Little big.
Same weight.
Five
Clean.
championships, all as Skip. Looking for number 6 here in Regina.
Yep.
Brad Gushue hit and stick, and again, Canada lies too.
Good.
the only thing is I think if he makes that, he might catch onto his own Y2 on us. Yeah.
There you go. That little catcher, that yellow.
All right, pitch a good one.
Jamie's got some great memories in this province. 2018 in Regina, a 4-4 record. 2012 Saskatoon, that's what we talked about off the top of the show. He was 7-6 that year. He started 2-1. Made the 3-4 Page playoff game, and in 2006 in Regina, a 6-5 record. Couey, can he make it this time? Second chance, one, he'll drive it by. And it will be the draw for 2 here for Gushue, Team Canada.
Good try, JK. Yeah, Chuck, good throw.
Yesterday and earlier in this event, any kind of sweeping on those peel weight hits would back the rock up significantly. So
3 feet, 4
that's
feet
Jamie
quicker.
throwing it to the previous conditions, just can't quite back it up anymore.
First one thought slid pretty well.
Kathy's got to be nice. This situation, you get a free look at a draw as well, and a draw for 2 here in the first end.
Well, it is a great opportunity for Brad and for his brushers as well to see how quickly the rocks will pick and die with the extra sharpening
Yeah, should be there.
last
I
night.
think we're back 4.
Choosing the out-turn draw here, Kathy.
And it's not a precise draw. For Brad,
Back
it
8.
will be. He
Are
will
we
be
on
looking
dart?
to try to get right to the
Back
pin.
8.
Yeah, you're on this one.
Right to it. Just freezing it.
13-6.
Yeah.
So here at 13-6, and that'll settle back 4, and that's 2. We're off and running. Montana's Brier, our feature on this Monday morning from Regina. 2-0, Team Canada. Lead stones on the way in our feature, and a look at Jeff Walker, the Canadian World Junior champ back in 2006, and 5 Brier titles, all with Gushue. 2 on the board for Team Canada in that first end. So here in 2, it is the Northwest Territories with Hammer throwing the yellow rocks.
Your rock's way slower, eh?
Look like a bullet. It's just like,
Just gotta adjust.
okay.
As I thought that was fine.
I
So Joe, we heard that in the
6
first
feet
end. That's a
like
particular
actual,
stone.
Like
But-
per foot. 6 feet more should be pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. Okay, you got it. You know the speed now.
Yes.
As we listed in there, there's definitely a stone, and you know that feeling. It's always sent
Yeah,
down to the lead or second player.
Yeah, but So Jeff's just trying to puzzle out how to manage them the best. So he would have thrown the slow one first for the guard, and then if it's 6 feet slow, you can throw the same weight and it should be a draw. But instead, that went forever. So they're just trying to figure out exactly how slow that rock is that he's throwing first.
Wait close. Whoa. You got the old hot foot going there, Cole. Apparently, yeah.
If you have a stone like that, is it easier to identify and maybe use it? Okay, we're going to throw a hit here or a peel. Let's wait for that stone.
Yeah, some teams will leave it with the second because the second typically will throw more hits, but most teams will leave it with the lead. They just there's a lot less rocks in play for their rocks, easier to manage. You can use your sweepers, throw it to a window. Just better to get rid of it early in the end when there's less precision involved.
How often did you have to deal with some duds? I mean, it's challenging, right? Or
yeah, often. And, you know, like the sets are usually pretty close, but if there's one that's off or if someone has a question about their rock, you always want to get it out of their hands. Get the best rocks possible in the back end's hands. It's interesting, we watched Brad Gushue in his second game, and he felt that both of his rocks were curling. They didn't catch on until about the fourth or fifth end. He ended up keeping them for the whole game, and I was a little bit surprised. By the time they figured out, he just said, okay, we'll take more ice. But ideally, you want to get Brad's rocks the best and running close to the rest of the team.
Don't mind moving that. Okay.
we will keep you up to date all morning long. A blank on sheet B. Over on sheet C, it is PEI a 1-0 advantage. And Team Quebec 2-0 over Cooey in Alberta.
Whoa.
Well, and in that game, Kevin Cooey had the opportunity to freeze down to a stone on his spinal. He was deep. He went to the back of the 8-foot, and that allowed Julien Tremblay to draw in for the second point, and he did.
Interesting call on our sheet.
So. Risk of jamming, but
Jamie Cooey has the double corner set up.
You like that? Sure.
With Canada sliding deep behind the T line, he elected to hit and roll off the center line guard.
Nice and hard.
Gotta watch
I like the
yellow
outside
because it's gonna be going close to ours.
I thought he might have ignored it and just come around the corner guard situation. With where that rock rolled to now, there's a double available.
Yep, yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay. Hey. Shot.
Split up center line.
A little tight?
Oh, wait, really tight. It's actually quite remarkable.
We're thinking for speed. 13.5 still?
No, I think like a
High 13.
13.9.
Yeah, high 13.
Love it.
So it is really swingy towards the middle, about 6 feet of curl. The broom is on the outside of the 12-foot. Curious to see how much it curls going to the wing now.
It's
like a lot, guys.
Cole Parsons, born in Kindersley, Saskatchewan, lives in
As
Yellowknife.
soon as we can. Okay, Len. Top house. Glen's rock.
T-line now. T-line.
Glenn.
Glenn.
Just Glenn. Glenn, sweep it.
Yeah, carve it. Get it in there.
Hard. Shot.
Well, I sent a text to Greg Owasco because where I'm sitting, all of a sudden the venting, it is really cold, and it's hard to tell, but all of a sudden you'll see the flag starting to really move. There's a great example on the Canadian flag. So the venting is happening. Greg came over to talk to me and said that they are now running the exhaust at full out. They are loading outside. It's cold outside, so that's some of the draft. But what they realized after the first day is that if they don't keep the venting and the exhaust at full bore, the ice temperature at level gets warmer, and that happened in the second day because the building has been full. That's a check mark, but the impact on the ice, he doesn't want it to negate what he has done to the stones.
Pack. EJ.
Kathy, minus 21 right now, not including the wind chill outside, and later in the week it's actually supposed to get up to about 3 degrees on Friday, Saturday, so swings inside and some weather swings outside as well this week coming up in Regina.
Well, and you can see what a challenge that is for a guy like Greg, an ice technician, is he's dealing with trying to counteract what's going on outside and make sure that it doesn't impact on the inside.
Any ice maker you talk to, especially in arena conditions, says that ice is a living, breathing thing. There's so many factors to consider. Crowd size, humidity, outdoor temperature. It's a real art.
Your stories too, Joe, about the purity of the water to make the ice, and if it's not the right water, you're behind the 8 ball before you start.
I played a world championship in Beijing in 2017, and that's exactly what happened. There was issues with the water, and the first flood, everything actually cracked as it was freezing, so they ended up flooding on top of it. There were cracks in the ice. You could see underneath the surface the whole tournament.
That's not good. Kathy, I didn't mean you, Kathy.
Okay.
You're great. Sheet C, update time.
Well, you can see that it is the force for Shane Latimer. Needs to hit and stick against 2. Second stone is in the 12-foot, so he does not have much room that he can roll to.
Out of the Iqaluit Curling Club in Nunavut.
Good.
It is good. Hit, roll, and back button for a single. 1-1 as they'll begin play in 3.
Just normal. Just normal. Clean. Whoa.
Looking for the hit and roll to the middle.
Check.
Try to group the stones here.
Straight. I don't know.
It's 1, rolls it over.
Good. We have one of these waters. Which one's
Good
mine?
rush. Good sweep. You think?
Yeah, are you thinking board?
I am.
Yep.
Maybe even the 10.
Sure.
So we see the broom, it's just on the right-hand side of center. So for a board weight yesterday, you were
Thinking
looking
this
at
won't go
about
as hard,
4 or
but
5
what
inches
do
of
you guys
ice.
think? I was thinking this direction may not go as hard.
What do you throw on board?
Board? Yeah, I think that looks like good ice.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a lot, but it does. But marks I thought looked like lots too, and it still came up.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's going a little bit more the other way. Here we go. I like that better.
A chance to win 3 straight. Brad Gushue, we look back at teams over the years. Randy Furby's team
It's nice.
won 3 in a row from 2001 to
Same as
2003.
yours, Mark.
Whoa! Whoa!
Clean.
Clean! Whoa! Yep!
Yep. It's
Yep.
good.
Yes!
Hard. Roll it a bit.
Little roll.
Okay, I got it.
Points the jam.
That was same weight as yours.
And Team Canada lies
Well,
too.
it's 10-2. Yeah.
Roll.
Good weight. What was it? 10-2. 10-2.
Looked like that run curled a bit, eh?
Yeah.
In the nose, eh?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, yeah.
Oh, it was a good throw.
That great final last year, beating Matt Dunstone in London 2023, and then in Lethbridge the year before, beat Kevin Cooey.
Little solid.
Whoa.
Clean.
Brother
Whoa.
Jamie Cooey delivers.
Clean, clean,
Yep.
clean, clean, clean. Yep.
His first here in 2, looking for the double and maybe a roll as well.
Watch the yellow, watch the yellow. Yep.
Gets both moving.
Hard, cool, hard, hard.
Okay.
Still shot Stone.
Yeah, they were hoping for the double, but unable to get that. They were calling hard for the roll for Cole Parsons, and he was kind of heads up about it. He wanted to make sure that they stayed shot.
Same weight.
So force Brad to see a new spot
A little
here.
less, I think I can get away with. So.
And there is that high guard on the AGI.
Yeah, with how much swing there is at the end here, these guards really aren't in play for the chase. They're definitely in the thrower's line of vision, but if you rack on any of those guards, you would miss the rock in the house. So expecting to see some nice movement here.
250th game in his 21st Brier appearance for Brad Gushue.
Clean. Whoa. EJ. Hard EJ.
You're good.
Whoa.
For 10-3 on that.
Same as what he threw.
You know, a lot of people talk in this field about Brad Gushue and the success, the 5 championships, but what stands out in the respect level is how competitive, how he's dedicated his life to this sport, and how he's done it at a high level for such a long time. And You know, a lot of people, including Brad Jacobs and chatting with him, that win in St. John's in 2017, it was almost like the relief valve was let out, and you got the first one, you did it at home in front of your home fans and your home province, and then he could just go out, love the game, and compete. And man, 5 titles now and counting.
Yeah, 5 titles for anyone is incredible, and 5 titles with the first one in 2017. That's unbelievable.
Going to bleed all over the rock.
Just a technical timeout.
Nosebleed, it sounds like. It is definitely dry here. Wintertime in Regina in the prairies.
I think like 13.9 is still good, Bill. I think like 13.9 is still good.
See Cole
If
Parsons.
you guys want to throw it without me, I'm not offended, but are you going to be a while, you think? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, problem with a nosebleed is you go down to sweep and your head's tilted forward. You need to have it sorted out before you can start resuming play.
Their alternate is Stephen Robertson.
Just finish sweeping a rock.
Not good.
Not doing well.
Here? Wow.
Okay, we'll clean that up.
All right, here you go. Let me know. Keep talking to me.
Yep.
Well, call a lot of hockey games, and there's blood on the ice at times. I haven't seen it in a curling rink that often.
We actually had one earlier this week, Carp Barton.
Okay.
And there was blood on the ice, and they called a technical timeout, and Greg Owasco came out and scraped. So it was in the slide path, and so it is dry, and it's not unusual.
Mine's good, Chad.
Ah, my nose is bleeding.
I think so.
I just can't make it stop, yeah.
So out comes Glenn Kennedy, the draw against 2 here, Jamie Cooey.
Nice weight, Jamie. Good throw.
And the skipper goes easy on the sweepers. That'll stop in time for a single.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I would have heard about it.
And a 2-1 advantage here at the Montana's Brier in Regina. Welcome back to Regina Brand Center. Feature Team Canada 2-1 lead over the Northwest Territories and Jamie Cooey.
Sure.
A bit of a delay as Cole Parsons, unfortunately, a nosebleed, stepped aside, appears to be okay and back on the ice, and we're back underway. And lead stones for Team Canada from Jeff Walker.
Weight's good. Yep. Weight's good. Yep. Whoa.
And Brian, I did talk to the head official about what the re-entry rule would be. And he did confirm that if the alternate were to enter the game for the Northwest Territories, then the player that comes out cannot re-enter until the next game. But they certainly can play with 3 if his nosebleed gets worse, and then he could step out, but he could re-enter. But as soon as you put the alternate in, the player in question is out.
Thank you, Kathy. The chief umpire this week is Brett Waldroff.
Yep. It's good. Hard, bud. Hard. Whoa.
Whoa, clean.
Whoa, Glenn. A lot of weight, eh? Shot. Good.
Kathy, right back to you. Update time, Alberta and Quebec.
Well, that red stone that is shot at the back, that was the final stone by Julien Tremblay after Kevin Cooey attempted a double but didn't quite make it, but did leave himself shot. And so to get 2, Kevin has to come down to that stone and tap it back a couple of inches.
I had a shade less.
That would give him 2.
4 Brier titles for
Clean.
Kevin Cooey.
Whoa! Girl! Clean!
Easy!
An incredible run, always seems to find his game. Hasn't really found it yet. He's made 8 finals in his career at the Brier.
Go! Hard, go!
Trying to move it and tap it, and that is a nice Cooey-like shot. 2-2 after 2.
On our sheet,
That's tight.
Shadrach McLeod went top 12 on his first. The call was a guard. He slid on the ring, so Brad Gushue played the hit and roll away to the wing.
Hair shy of it. Hair shy of
Nose
your
hit was made by Northwest Territories, and
Straight, guys.
then the corner guard was called. That's the delayed corner play you see sometimes with the 5-rock rule now.
Good spot. Good spot.
Yeah, you can get there.
Alberta, a 1-0 lead over
the same path as your
Team Nova Scotia,
isn't it?
and 1-1 on sheet C, and you just saw the update. 2-2, Quebec and Alberta.
And in that Alberta Nova Scotia game, Aaron Sluchinski trying to blank stuck it, and so not exactly what he was hoping for.
Got there.
Yeah.
T
back 4.
Yeah.
T.
Whoa, 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 whoa. T line.
T.
Whoa, a lot of room. Top 4. Always marks.
It's all there.
Top 4 now. T.
Get some curl here,
T.
Mark.
Sliding really good. Back 4.
Hard.
Make room
Whoa,
for 2.
whoa, 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 whoa. Shoot. Is it getting keener or are we just overthrowing?
It's getting keen. Like, it's almost 4.5. It's 14 and a half now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's there,
A
Sean.
little
I
bit.
think
No,
it's
it's
there.
not heavy. It's not heavy.
Top 8.
Saw a few rocks coming up light to start the game, with the stones having more curl, but ice is getting worked in now. Back 4 was a 14-2. This is getting up to nice speed here.
Top 8.
Gotta go, Glad. Keep going.
Gotta go for curl, too. Keep going.
Spot.
Let's keep the updates rolling. Kathy, over on sheet C.
Well, that stone that you see buried is Tyler Smith's already lying one.
A little less because we can kind of go into the side of the yellow. Shade less. I mean, if we hit the guard, we're fucking going off the sheet. So 20.
It has been a challenge on the sheets. Not only where does the broom go, but any soft release is really catching teams today.
I like it. Line's good.
No
Fully,
one is
line's
under
good.
curling.
Yeah, the soft release
Line's
was a
good.
weapon
No backing.
until today.
Yes.
No backing. Line's good.
It's always going to be at
Tyler Smith in his 4th Brier appearance. He was 2-6 as the PEI skip last year in London.
Thanks.
And that'll stop. Back 4, 2 on the board. And a 3-1 lead over Nunavut after 3.
3. We're 3.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Whoa. Good. Shoot. Get it. Okay. Sure.
And he probably has hit it. It's thin, like a third or a little less.
Okay.
Close to a quarter, I think it's close.
What's that?
Quarter looks really close.
You looking for here?
Yeah, you can give me a little extra if you want.
Okay.
What's the weight?
Peel.
Looking to peel the guard here. It slid so tight to the rings that Mark's going to take on this double. Pretty thin. If he can stick a shooter in the side 12-foot,
EJ. Whoa. Yeah, EJ.
it'll be scary
EJ,
for Northwest
EJ.
Territories to ignore that.
EJ, go. Good.
1, 2, and look at the shooter. Spills in. Back 4.
Okay. Shot. Good shot. Shoot.
But pretty bang double lined up.
We're hoping for a little bit more curl and to just stick it right there.
Okay. Firm.
Pick up and use mine. Jeff, DJ,
I know.
DJ, Jeff,
I know.
Jeff, DJ.
This could actually have a little bit of action and go red and come up a little bit behind that corner.
Whoa. Wait.
90%. Great numbers to Kathy's point off the top of the broadcast.
Wait.
For Glenn Kennedy.
Whoa.
And he will not move it enough.
Sorry, Glenn. Shoot. Should have been carbonate.
Just a little fooled there. No panic out of the hand.
That's probably the best.
Yeah.
As they break the sheet in here, the hits in particular aren't curling as much as they were in the first end or two.
Normal.
Okay. I threw the out is all. Thought it was.
Yeah, do you like normal? I do.
Yeah. It's good. Yep.
Very good.
Hard.
Very good.
Hard.
Very good.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
Hey, Mark.
Good spot.
Tight?
I wouldn't say it was your most positive release,
Yeah.
but it was, you were pretty darn close.
Yeah.
Steep, just roll a ton of it.
Lots of chatter this
You think
morning
we
for
needed
Team
more,
Canada.
In
So?
the hack?
I said hard out of my hand, so that's why I was wondering if I was tight.
Oh no, but where you stood up, I didn't know if you thought we needed more in the hack or.
No, I was wondering about what weight I
Weight,
wanted to
oh,
throw.
okay.
I was just...
Try to roll way over there.
It's a good sign, though, isn't it, Joe? I hear you guys all the time say communication, know what's going on, chat about the paths, the stones, etc.
Yeah, and you often see a lot of teams in the pre-shot portion discussing how it's going to run, what speed you need. But the most important part, in my opinion, especially when there's changes in conditions, is that after part. So debriefing the shot. Did it give you what you wanted? Was the weight close? Did it run how we expected? Then you can check that box and learn and move forward, really getting a handle on what the ice is doing. Teams that solve the puzzle first usually win.
And a little flip over.
Try. Good weight. Ended up being good control. That's what I threw last time.
Sure. Okay.
I think similar line to yours would be good, eh?
Updates continue. Alberta Schlichinski taking on Nova Scotia, and Matthew Emmanuel settles into the hack, Kathy.
Well, he has an opportunity for two,
Just
but
an inch
a
more,
great
Luke.
shot by Aaron Sluchinski facing three. He made the double, almost made the triple, moved it over, but didn't move it far enough. And so it is 1 for Nova Scotia, looking for full 8 for the second point.
Great start for Aaron Sluchinski, his team out of the Airdrie Curling Club. Had to beat Kevin Cooey twice in that provincial run
Line's good.
to win Alberta, and then beat Cooey as well.
Curling. There it goes.
His
There it
opener
goes.
back
Line's
on
good.
Friday here at the Brier in Regina.
14-2. Line the tee. Shot, Matt.
And Matthew with a nice draw there out of the Halifax Curling Club in Nova Scotia. 2-1 after 3.
Good job, guys. Good end. Shot, Matt. Yeah. Okay, it's a good shot.
Good sweep.
Good weight. Double there. or no?
That's bigger.
Slash.
It's the same piece, eh? Like here?
He's kind of had this same shot, Kathy, a couple times this morning. A tough
About a
slash
third.
double.
Let's go
Not
back.
easy.
Right. Yeah, let's make this here.
It's nice that we just got to see it because Jamie's trapped there too. Pretty good.
Okay, you got it.
Pretty thin half.
But it just stayed on that side of the line for a little bit longer than I thought
Or
it
we
would.
just play hack at it and take the
Uh,
series.
I like being able to control it a little bit more.
Like it didn't look like it flew through the rings.
It was an 11. I had 10-9.
Okay, so it's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Would be a heck of a shot. His final stone, Jamie Cooey here in 3.
Hard. 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 Hard.
Tough angle. Can he get them both? Gets 1, gets 2.
Yeah.
What a shot. Lined it up and nailed it perfectly.
Just a normal day. Shot. Shot.
That has been his week so far. Has made some really, really big
either.
shots when he's needed to.
Get that out of here. Nice chuck. Threw it so good, just try to miss it. Miss it with sweeping.
The smile of a guy with a 2-1 record coming in and a nice shot here on this Monday morning. So the blank on the board, Brad Gushue will just slot a path of ice and fire it down. A 2-1 lead for Team Canada in our feature here in Regina. Mosaic Stadium in the distance, the Brandt Center in front of us. Some great sports memories in this building over the years. The great Connor Bedard recently starring in the Western Hockey League, but curling, my goodness, center stage in this building for a number of wonderful events, including 1982, Colleen Jones, the Scotties final, her first ever championship inside this building in Regina. We saw her coaching in Calgary at the Scotties. She is a fan this time. The 6-time champ is cheering on her son, who is Luke Saunders, competing for Nova Scotia. It's always great to see Colleen. And Kathy, someone I know you have a lot of respect for, such a competitor back in the day.
Oh, she was such a great competitor. And Colleen was somebody that you kind of flew under the radar. She played a very defensive game, and so you didn't really think that much about it until you looked at the scoreboard and realized that you were losing and there was no way to get back in. Just such a feisty competitor, and loved the game, and was surrounded by some great talent. Kim Kelly, Marianne Arsenault, and so many other greats.
Joe, who did you idolize coming up curling? Who did you watch?
Colleen was one of them. I remember watching the Scotties as a kid and just loving her intensity. She was so dialed in anytime she was on the ice, and it just got me so fired up about the game.
Wait's good. Yep.
A great double takeout in that last end from Jamie Cooey in her feature. So a blank in 3, here in 4. It is Team Canada hammer up by 1, throwing the red rocks, and
Really light, eh?
that will wreck on the yellow. A tough one for Cole Parsons.
Okay. Right beside it, so top 8.
Right back to you, Kathy. Quebec and Alberta.
And lots of trouble for Team Cooey. On Kevin's first, he came short. It's almost on that out-turn side. You cannot take enough ice, and he came light, and so the wraparound was made to lie 2, and then Cooey's final stone did cut down 1 Quebec stone, but already lying 2 in the 4-foot, needs full 8 or a little bit better for 3.
Julien Tremblay curling over 90% this morning in this game. Has to stop, curl up a little bit more, and it does both. So, a 3 on the board and a 5-2 advantage after 3 for Team Quebec.
He's certainly capitalizing on his opportunities.
Our line would have been good.
Kathy, what are you seeing out of Kevin Cooey so far this week?
You know, yesterday against Saskatchewan, it was a great game. They played 91% as a team, and that's what you would expect from Team Cooey. Mike made the right shot at the right time in the last end to win that game, but the other games, it has been spotty play. Some really good shots, not so good shots. It has been a bit of a roller coaster, which honestly mimics the year that they've had. They've won great events, and they've not qualified.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Cole Parsons. Take 2 for him here in 4.
Hard.
And he'll get 2 red. Shooter spills out. Was pretty close to the triple. And it is still shot zone in the 12-foot there for Team Canada.
Speed, like pass speed. Same. So a couple feet less is fine. Okay.
Just missing the rock on the side, on the right-hand side there. Better than it was, but Canada is going to split the rings now, try to get maximum separation between their stones. Want them to be even. High in the house, you'll see the territories play a big hit and roll to try to group the stones.
Don't need it.
You saw that graphic EJ passing our buddy Russ Howard when it comes to games.
I'm not convinced. Stop, Rock.
And an unforced error there for EJ.
This way. Yeah. They're good.
Which turn do you like?
Here. Yeah. Little quiet. Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Really hard.
Real hard.
Keep going.
Whoa. Right up.
Yep.
Whoa.
Go, JK, go.
And that red will spill out, and the shooter sticks around. We talk about so many great memories in this building, and Eric Sylvain certainly has them as well. You'll remember that great run-in team. Jean-Michel Menard back in 2006, well, victorious as well. And Eric, a big part of that championship, the final versus Glenn Howard, who's back here with his son. Unfortunately, this year, Glenn's knee just not feeling well to play. But back then, it was all Quebec, and what a championship and what a feeling. And yeah, there you go. Thumbs up. Eric Sylvain, well done, my friend.
I don't think you ever get tired of seeing the footage of you winning a championship like the Brier.
Top 8.
Felt really good.
Full 8, guys. Lots of room right now. Whoa, whoa.
Brings a smile to any competitor's face.
Oh, it needs a curl.
Nice to see.
Gotta go
Top
for
12. It's light.
Gotta go.
Tight.
Whoa,
Gotta go.
whoa, 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 whoa. We're staggering him.
Yeah,
Whoa,
we're just
guys.
short.
What happened? Did he get wide ice?
No,
Or?
he's coming off.
So memory lane, this building, pretty special. We showed you Colleen Jones. We showed you that 2006 championship. We mentioned Brad Gushue, the Brier here, 2018. Last time we were in Regina, Jeff Stoughton, a world championship here as well. And the great Ed Wernick back in 1983, the world's there. So some amazing names, Kathy, and a lot of those players in your era as well. You see Jennifer Jones, Scotty's 2008.
No, it is a tremendous list, but it also reminds you about how great this building has been for players to come into it. It's always well supported. The fans love the sport, and they know the sport, and so you hear clapping throughout the building. Even if it's not your own team, they recognize great shot making, and as a player, that's all you ask.
Top button. Top button.
And it speaks to the fan base here.
Yes.
They love curling in this province. They love it in Regina. And if you saw some of the snow blizzards we've had the last couple of days, and people, that's not keeping them away. It has been awesome.
I'm going for line the whole way.
Yeah. Yeah, once that gets going, it's...
It's
Sorry.
pinch tight on me.
Yeah.
So much curl in that spot. Glenn Kennedy was playing to come around. The staggered centerline guards
They've had
came
a
around
bunch that have
everything,
kind of
8 more
poked
feet.
out the other side.
So just trust that's the speed.
Okay. You think the weight just came out of it, or
Yeah,
like?
it seemed to
Soon as
just
it
come out of
started
it.
to curl.
Okay.
Yeah. Give us 8 more.
Okay.
Mark was significantly light on his first there. Came up a guard. Just trying to guess, does he need to throw extra weight? Was it the rock? Was it the path?
We don't need to sweep it then. Whoa.
Back 4.
Yeah, it's right beside it.
Line's not good.
Just around it.
Whoa. We gotta stay in
Trying.
front of
It's trying.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Hey, Mark.
It's tough to get air. That's probably the shot, hey?
Yeah, just hit to be here. Leave
Yeah.
a soft double to
Yeah.
6-2 or something.
What weight do you like?
Maybe just a good hack. Just roll it right to here. Hack.
Do you think that's controllable with hack? Or do you rather just throw like board or something to make sure?
I think it'll be fun. I
Okay,
like it.
let's go, bud.
I won't be soft on you.
Okay.
Can
Glenn
always
just
carve this in.
confirming the weight choice, asking if Jamie wanted to throw a little more than hack weight. Throw it a little harder, you can maintain that line a bit better, but softer weight, you'll for sure get that finish. He wants to hit and roll under here. Could play
Yeah, get it out
the
there.
straight draw, just bite the top of the button, get fully under cover, put a lot of pressure on Team Canada, but Jamie hasn't thrown many draws today. He's been all about the hits.
Just hack.
I'm out there.
Oh, it's okay.
Not
Hack.
heavy.
Hack.
Oh!
Shut. Not heavy. Easy. Shut. Still not heavy. Easy. Pull, pull. Harder, harder. Pull, roll it. Big roll.
Little tap, little roll. Nice shot. Jamie Cooey
Riddle.
has made a few beauties in this game.
Shoot. Good weight call.
Looks like that might just be over that pinhole.
Yeah.
He's had a couple nice ones. The key shot is brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together.
Yeah, for Jamie Cooey, he had a few double opportunities early this game, didn't quite connect, but made no mistake here. Super accurate, catches that one on the way by, sets up the blank end for Team Canada.
Good shot, boy. Good shot.
It was a nice shot and a smile from the 46-year-old making his 17th appearance. This year, the Montana's Brier on TSN.
Those precise doubles, lots of space between the rocks. They're hard, and you don't connect there. All of a sudden, you give up 2 if you're Team Northwest Territories, and you're down 3. Keeps this game within reach.
Whoa, whoa. Really? Get extra line. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now for Brad, just trying to find the top of the button here.
T-line. Got a curl.
Room needs a curl, EJ.
You go. Gotta go.
Mine's getting better.
Wait's got T.
Still needs a curl.
T-line.
Curl.
Needs a curl. Top button. Keep going. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Hard.
Okay. Good sweep, guys.
I'm going to defer to the young eyes, Joe. I think it's yellow on the pinhole, correct?
Yeah.
Yellow shot stone here.
Was it? 14-7.
Yeah.
Cannot believe he did
Right in
not
the middle
call on
over
me
there.
and my glasses.
That's called respect, Kathy. I was just called respect.
Yeah, Jamie Cooey's rock is on the pinhole. Would have had to play a little tap to sit shot there if you were
Tough
Brad.
for 3. It'd be really tough for 3 to crotch that. Still pretty flat actually too, right? It's pretty flat.
There. Yeah. Well, if you gotta whip
Let's
it
go right here, right?
Well, I think you're either guarding as one, like if you go there, he's just touching it, right? For one. I think you're either guarding that or you're kicking this away.
Yeah. Does he have? There's no quiet run for more than 2, is there? That one's not going very
Across
far.
the face?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Okay.
Like control weight on the nose.
Let's go here.
Yeah. Anywhere in here.
Yeah.
You're talking about how the in-off is available for Brad Gushue. My friend Russ Howard tells me hitting rocks right in between in the middle there is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
So I like this
I
call.
like to take that double, like the yellow over the top of the red away.
Agreed.
You're sitting 1 right now, just guard against that. Have to throw it really hard too to get action on both those yellows in the back.
Okay.
Back button, back
Try to
4.
get behind that red a little bit, guys.
Okay.
Don't goose this. Probably 15 with sweep, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spot's running really nice now.
I think outturn, yeah. I think the intern will come off too dead for me. So.
Gotta go a bit. Just 4.
Total.
Mine's okay.
Just 4.
Yep.
You can go. Okay, wait on me. Wait on
Top
me.
12. Top 12.
4. Mine's good.
It's real light.
Where is it?
Just
Where
in.
is it?
Just in.
Okay.
Yep. What's that red?
Hard. Hey, easy.
Good. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Easy.
Good. That does the job.
That was good communication, too. You heard, where is it? You heard real light, and then you heard just in. And that's exactly where they dragged it for their skipper.
Yeah, that weight revision is so important as you come down the sheet of ice.
2/3. Little rotation, yeah.
Heave it with rotation. Like it's. I think I got to be like sub 6 to have a chance at it, but.
Sub 6, so referring to less than 6 seconds from hog to
rotation,
hog.
you'll be in the ballpark.
It's fairly flat, so has to hit quite a bit of the rock on the side, on the right-hand side.
This would be one of the shots of the Brier.
Yep.
Big weight, final stone in 4.
Whoa.
It's throwing a rocket, but man, that curled up big time. And the steal of 1. It's been a great start and a great game for Jamie Cooey, locked up at 2 with Team Canada. Lead stones for the team out of the Yellowknife Curling Club, Shadrach McLeod. Born in London, Ontario, lives in Yellowknife. And a steal of 1 for Jamie Cooey as Brad Gushue could not make that tough in-off. So play underway here in 5 in a 2-2 tie. Team Canada, Red Rocks with hammer.
Yeah, that's a good shot. That's fine. Sorry, Chad. Good angle.
Not sure I can with this. Not sure I can with this one. Switch it up. Wow. Which rock are yours, EJ?
4-6.
I don't even know if I can.
Brad's looking for the chase
Just
on this
back
rock
line?
top 8.
Yeah, back
Back 12.
line. If I chip the guard and roll on, it's obviously good.
Exactly.
Back 12. You don't got to throw
I
too
don't wanna
much more,
overthrow it,
Jeff.
yeah.
Like, you don't have to throw too much
Right.
more.
Okay.
It's interesting. Jeff Walker telling Brad with the rock he has, he didn't think he'd be able to make that chase. So Brad said change your rock. So now Jeff has passed that rock up to EJ.
Back 12.
Hard! Hard!
Back 8.
Hard!
Whoa! Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa!
Rolled on, rolled on, rolled on.
There's no wave to make it, so.
A little light.
Yeah, slight.
Okay. Not bad.
Update time again as we check in on Cooey and Tremblay.
Lots of rocks in play this end. Kevin tried a big weight double on his first, got 1, and so Quebec hit to lie 2. This leaves the slash, trying to hit it sideways, remove both reds for 2.
Hard!
Clark Martin on the brush. And he'll pick that over, Kathy. Was it enough?
It was enough. The graze over was enough to score 2.
Perfect.
Yep.
2 it is.
Good enough.
C'est bon. It is Team Quebec, a 5-4 advantage with hammer after 4.
Hurt, Glenn, hurt.
And the Team Canada stones disappear. In our feature,
Lucky.
Nice speed here, eh?
Yeah. Yep.
Hard.
Real hard. Little quiet work.
Quiet, Brad.
Oh, might have caught that one.
Piece of it, Jeff.
Hard!
EJ knew right out of his hand they had to hammer this all the way down to try and get a piece and get enough of it.
Yeah, he knew it early. Just a little soft release out of the hand. Not able to hold it now with the rocks being papered.
Edge on edge,
Top
tuck
12.
the corner.
Are we trying to get it in 12 foot or just?
Top 8.
Yeah, top 8. 15.
Top 8! Top 8!
That's good. Top it.
It's nice speed. 15 seconds from hog to hog. Our draw weight
there.
is
I got there too, Chad.
nice
Good
and
shot.
fast.
I don't think it's heavy.
Right there, guys.
To start the game, it was a
Weight
little
looks
bit
good.
slower, kind of in that low 14 range.
Looks
And
a little light.
each second is usually about 6 feet.
Gotta go.
So
Keep going, Chad.
14,
Looks
if
good.
that's
Gotta go for a tight guard here.
just through, then 15 is kind of T-line.
Hard shot. Hard shot. Keep it straight.
We're
Keep
in.
it straight.
We're in.
Keep it straight. Keep it straight.
Good spot. Shot, bud.
Straight.
Nice throw.
More weight. That's good.
Good weight. Whoa. Hard.
Whoa. Jeff, go the other way. Go the other way.
Roll it right. Keep going.
Pretty sure.
Another update, Kathy Nunavut, PEI.
Well, Shane Latimer hit and rolled on his final stone. There's been a lot of looks at the stone on the tee line and the one at the back. And Tyler Smith went back and forth and has decided that he'll play the hit and try to stick for the guaranteed one and then take a look.
Yep. No.
Tyler playing with Adam Cox, Chris Gallant, Ed White, and Paul Fleming here as their coach this year.
So they would take a look, they would measure, and it would be 2 for PEI.
Thank you, Kathy, and a 5-2 lead over on sheet C.
5-7?
7.
7?
If I'm drawing, I'm going to throw a 7.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Whatever.
That's half a rock.
Yeah. Whatever you like.
You like this?
It's be a little wider in the draw pass, so it's going to be that speed that's up the middle, like 5 feet slower.
Two options here. There's a double
So just be nice
available,
and
but
like
it's
good kick.
long.
Yeah, you got to be nice and positive to hold the line. Yeah.
So Team Canada opting
I'll give you the same
to
weight
utilize
as
these
this
staggered
one.
guards.
That was back
Second
4.
one. Yeah. It's in
You
the
like
ballpark.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
You can see how far out the broom is. It's outside the 12 foot by about 6 inches. So be a little bit of a guess on what the draw speed is here. Mark has some room to work with. Wants to be above the tee line, but just needs to be a piece of the 8 foot to be shot.
Back 4. Sliding good. We're back 8. It's coming down a little. Still heavy.
Looks close to through.
6.
Okay, Mark.
They just haven't been sharp.
Yeah, and I think that one was just a guessed wrong situation. The sweepers
I was a
didn't
little
yell
more,
back
I
12
thought,
out of his
than that.
hand.
Update time, and we can see the house as Aaron Sliczynski settles in to deliver.
Well, he throws big weight really well, trying to play the double after Matt Manuel froze to his shot stone.
Gets one across and across the top,
On red.
and a steal of 1. Nova Scotia up 3-1 after 5.
Just 5.
We talk about the brother connections in Mark Kennedy and Glenn Kennedy. If you talk to Mark growing up, Glenn was the better athlete and the better curler. And as a youngster, he was a really good soccer player, had a terrible knee injury playing soccer, and then back in 1999, he was actually supposed to skip Mark's team at provincials, and one of those replaceable hacks, well, it flew out while he was pushing out of a hack to throw a stone, re-injured his knee. So back in the day, Glenn was an outstanding curler. You could just take Mark's word for it. And, you know, life gets in the way, injuries, family, job.
What about this
but
now?
what an athlete and competitor Glenn Kennedy.
You like that?
Pin, third rock.
It says half.
Yeah, and obviously with the brotherly connection, knowing a lot of what it takes to win. Glenn and his wife Susie actually run the junior program out at the Ellerslie Curling Club in Edmonton, and I got to hang out with them for an afternoon about a month ago, and just really interesting talking to Glenn. He knows so much about how important the fundamentals are, and he brings a lot of knowledge to this team.
Jeff! Hard! Hard, Jeff, hard!
Mark Nichols, 1, got 2, a nice double.
Nice shot.
Well, to follow up on the story of Glenn as well, so he's got 3 girls. You mentioned Julia. She's 15. She just won U15 provincials last year and gold for Alberta at the Winter Games. And his other daughter, Mackenzie, just won bronze at the U15 provincials in Lacombe, Alberta yesterday. So the Kennedy family, very strong when it comes to the brothers and the young women curlers coming up. A pretty cool story of that family.
Give you less.
Great double made by Mark Nichols. His draw was heavy, but it did hang on. So as much as Jamie Koo would love to ignore this red rock on the side of the 12-foot, just come around the center line, it's too risky. You don't want to give up a 3 here.
Big.
Yep.
Clean. Heavy. Whoa. Just control.
Whoa.
Just
Try
control.
for a long roll.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Whoa. Clean.
Hard.
Whoa.
Clean.
Clean's fine.
Shot. Good throw. Good. Good judge. Okay.
Kathy, you've done the updates all Brier long. In watching Jamie Cooey and his team, I mean, what has stood out to you so far? You talked about Glenn and his play and the pluses at third, but what stood out to you about the way this team is playing this year?
I think it's Jamie's demeanor. He's always been very laid back, but he's very determined. And I know that he's taken a new job as a COO of a company that it means a lot to him, and he's working really hard at it to be a role model. And I don't know if it's all feeding into that, but he is playing with just so much more maturity and poise than we've seen in the past. And the outcome, he just parks it if it doesn't work well. It's just a whole different Jamie, and Jamie's always had a lot of talent.
No roll. Sit.
And Brad Stone will roll.
Right.
A little bit too far. I think it is shot Stone for now.
Is that a little light?
I don't think so.
10-8?
I don't think so. I didn't
No?
get it.
Okay. Did you get it?
10-8.
A little light, eh?
Shade light, yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised to curl that much. I thought I threw it good, but a little light.
You got it.
Precise little shot here, though, for Jamie Cooey. He wants to be right on the nose.
Same way, Chad.
There hasn't been as many left hits out here, I don't think.
Good.
Hair more.
Yep. Whoa,
Clean.
whoa.
Clean.
Clean.
Same.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep.
Same weight.
Hard.
Hard.
Clean. Whoa. Hard.
Clean, clean, clean.
Whoa.
Clean, 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 clean.
Whoa.
It's got to be close, on and off.
Good boy.
And a nose hit.
Good.
And there's the force.
Good
So a
weight.
job
Guys.
well done from this team out of the Northwest Territories. And it will be a draw for a single
Good call.
for Brad Gushue.
Ended up being similar by the time it got down here. Similar weight-wise.
I just haven't seen as many hits out there.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you
right?
popped it a little bit.
Yes.
It's kind of where everybody's been throwing this pass.
Yeah.
Brad Gushue, 7 finals all-time in his career, winning the 5 times. London 2023, Lethbridge the year before, Kingston 2020, here in Regina 2018, and the first one at home, St. John's, back in 2017. Final stone here in 5.
Forget it, guys.
He
Forget it.
picked this up
And-
right out of his hand.
Wow.
Coming out.
It has been that kind of morning for Team Canada. A steal of 2. And they have not looked settled. They have not looked comfortable. And full credit to Team Cooey, up by 2 after 5. We'll step aside from Regina.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Scotties Facial Tissue, unleash the Scotties. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
It is the 6th time the city of Regina hosting the Brier. The men's worlds this year in Switzerland beginning March 30th, and one of these teams will qualify and represent Team Canada on the world stage. In the meantime, it is our feature this afternoon, and it is time for our numbers after 5.
Yeah, the story so far today being the steals for Team Cooey out of Northwest Territories. Made a beautiful hit and roll to the back of the button in 4, and a really shocking miss from Brad Gushue just now in the 5th end. Comes up light of the rings for that 2 steal. Story here, Cooey playing well at 88%, and Brad just with some uncharacteristic misses.
After 5 is brought to you by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. 2-1 record, great start for the Northwest Territories and the team from Yellowknife. We'll step aside. Final 5 next. And how do you like that? Draw 8, Pool A. That's later on today at 3 Eastern Time. What a start. Brendan Bottcher, 3-0 record. And Trevor Bonneau has really turned heads. He's been so impressive. 2-1 record. That loss last night to Carruthers in an extra end. Your updated standings, Bottcher, Carruthers, McEwen, Slaczynski right now all undefeated. Top 3 will qualify from each side. Remember, there's no tiebreaker games, so the head-to-head matchups are so critical. So for Bonneau, for Bottcher, if Bonneau can win that one, you know what? You bring yourself right back into things, and you just want to keep on rolling. Our feature, 6th end. And you don't see that from Brad Gushue very often, whether it was a pick or the release or something, Joe. It was a steal of 2 for Jamie Cooey, and play underway here in 6.
Yeah, you saw sweepers pick that drop right out of Brad's hand, but it barely made it over the hog line. You have to think that maybe it grabbed something. We talked about it off the top with Team Canada just not quite puzzling it out there. There's been misses up the lineup that have been uncharacteristic of all 4 players.
Never thought it was heavy.
Top 8, biting the 4.
A little bit of room.
Read to it.
Mine's good. Yep. Mine's good.
You see the 2 stones, Shadrach McLeod, one on the button and that tight guard. As Jeff Walker delivering his second here in 6. And a good drag right up to the button frozen. All right, Kathy, so it's a busy morning, and get us up to date across the sheets of ice here at the Brandt Center.
Well, Joe, you just used the word puzzled. I think we can put that right across all of the sheets. Jamie making some big shots when needed. Matt Manuel has read the ice really well. That has been the difference in that game. Sluchinski's upweight ability has got him out of trouble, but not completely. In the Nunavut game, he's got draw weight, but Tyler Smith is really in the groove, and the Quebec team capitalizing on misses. Team Cooey has been chasing. These are skips that you would expect would really be comfortable with the ice. Brad Gushue, Kevin Cooey, they are the ones that are really confused.
Kevin in danger of dropping to 3 losses already. So lots to continue to keep you up to date on here at the Montana's Brier here in Regina.
You know, it seems to be the biggest confusion on the 3 sheets that I'm watching is not the draws, they're curling hard, and not the hits, the in-between weights. Some are running straight, some are curling. Those are the biggest, most consistent misses that I am seeing.
We're too heavy. That's the worst spot. Okay.
I heard Brad say it, that's the worst spot. It bounces off into the open, nose hit, both these reds are gone.
Let's go.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Shot.
Go. Really hard, really hard, really hard.
Cole Parsons, big weight, and he makes them both disappear.
Nice.
Or that, I like that.
Update one more time. Kathy, over on sheet C.
Well, Tyler Smith made a double on his first to lie 3. That is what set him up. And it is 2 that Shane Latimer is facing, electing to play the hit. Needs to stick.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Clean. Good.
Bang. On the nose. It is PEI, though, in control with Hammer up by 2 after 6.
They're hard.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going, Mark. Keep going.
Trying for just a little bump.
Move these behind a little.
Weight was pretty good, but he was just
Wanted to get to nose and just bump that rock top 4 into the back 4 area.
Oh boy.
Seems like for Team Canada, if they get the weight right, the line is off. If the line is right, the weight is off. Just one of those mornings.
What are you seeing? Board or here?
Here. Good. Love it.
Julie.
Here, big. Oh, go, control. Green. Yep.
Yep.
Green. Where? Hard.
Control.
Hard.
Hard.
Whoa. Set. Roll.
Okay. Audible, I guess, there? Yeah. Fine. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Blast into the pile and try to scatter everything.
Yeah.
2 rocks on the button
In turn low.
facing Team Canada, so time for a little bit of cleanup here. That's the last thing you want to be doing, trailing by 2. Mark's going to try to run this into the rock and the 8-foot. Have it ricochet off and disturb the situation on the button.
Curl.
Oh no.
And the straight jam.
Okay, Mark. Try it. Okay. Throw. Probably need to audible and go the other way.
Yeah.
You're at the red or you go in again.
I feel like we just throw it in the pocket.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we saw. Top 12 even, eh? Top 8, top 12?
Yeah, we saw Ian.
Yep.
Couple options. This red is coming back. If it runs right into the space in between the 2 yellows, the 8-foot and the top 4 one, all those yellows will go. So they're just going to wrap another one around. You could throw a high guard on that red rock as well. It's another option. Up by 2, though.
6.
Electing to just sit another one.
6.
Yep.
Top
Okay,
12.
easy.
Tommy.
Good.
Mark Kennedy, the lefty. Glenn Kennedy, the right-handed rock thrower.
Runs good room. Yep.
Just top 8. Hard weight. Coming down. Hard weight.
Hard weight.
Well, that stone lands. Kathy, back to sheet B in update time.
Whoa.
Well, Aaron Sluchinski faced 2 stones buried on his first. He tried to run a guard back. He wound up clipping one of the guards and leaving his shooter there, and so the Nova Scotia team wrapped around again. Faces 3, needs the button. I don't believe he can score because the shot stone would need to be tapped back. So trying to get to a piece of the button to concede 1.
Still running. Line's good. Put it on the tee. Put it on the tee. Yep. Hard.
Any chance he could move that enough? No, but a great draw weight to limit the damage to the single.
It would have been tough. Would have been ballsy because we would have had
Nova Scotia, Manuel. 3-point advantage, back to our feature. Couple yellows go. It's still
That's good. Yeah, you left
1-2. That's the situation. Line 2, Jamie Cooey and company.
The Rocky drove into the rings, hung around at the top 12, though.
I think you're rolling over here, aren't you? Control.
Yeah, we know this spot good.
Roll the center line. Looks like play the run double and he'll roll it.
Control. Trying to roll it far. Roll it far away.
Okay, yeah. Maybe behind the corners. Okay.
Over there in the 8-foot somewhere.
Okay.
Control.
Okay. Control.
I got a lot on it.
Weight's great.
Whoa.
Clean.
Weight's perfect.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
Hard.
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard.
Jamie Cooey, the hit, the roll over.
Great shot. Beauty.
Good. Beauty.
He is on his game this morning.
Really nice weight. Nice spot.
Line call. It's hard, man.
Good throw.
That was a little heavy. Kicked hard.
Yours came up a bit.
Yeah.
Trying to get it half buried behind that yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, throw this hard. Gotta make the double here, but shooter, you can hit this on the inside and have shooter roll towards the left-hand side of the screen. You can get a portion buried. Be a tricky chase for Jamie Cooey with all the curl this morning.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa.
EJ.
Curl.
EJ.
Curl.
Hard, EJ. Roll it. Hard.
There's the double.
Shot.
Yeah, hit and roll away, and the force is on again.
It's just like good board.
How much is this buried? Is it just edge on edge? Just hate to leave him some kind of blank, right?
This is a good run to blank, even if you do, right? I'm not too worried about it.
True. Yeah.
Right?
That's true. Yeah, let's play that.
Oh, whatever.
Just to edge of 4.
Just a control, I think.
Yeah, let's make it really good.
Or do you like board? I like control.
I like the same weight.
I like this call. They talked about rolling to the open side, opting instead to roll to the left-hand side of the screen. And try to get the shooter just underneath by a piece or half a rock. You heard Jamie Cooey say.
I thought that was big control, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
You know Brad won't risk chasing it and wrecking on the top, and you also narrow down the rings for that draw for 1.
And you got to feel awful, Joe. I mean, listen, Brad Gushue's made a million shots and a million great shots in his career, but you're coming off a draw that you missed earlier.
Hard.
Easy. Same weight. Easy.
Clean.
Can Jamie hit and roll this to a nice little spot?
Straight.
There's the hit. He'll flip it over. Now the nose hit is available for 1. You saw that graphic, 0-6 all-time versus Team Canada for the Northwest Territories, and it has been Jamie Cooey every time versus Team Canada.
Nice chuck, though. Wanted to roll that somewhere.
One of those ones, yeah. Hard, it's just clean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Glenn's calling line. He doesn't want to roll out of the rings and give away a blank for free, so he was calling it cautiously.
It's good. Easy.
Yep.
Good weight.
Clean.
Final stone in 6.
Yep.
Trying to pick up a single here, Brad Gushue.
Clean.
And there it is, nose hit, 1 on the board. So the hammer goes back to Northwest Territories. Jamie Cooey has the lead as we'll step aside here from Regina at the Montana's Brier. Welcome back to Regina. Hey, Kathy, what's happening?
Well, there's a lot of red in that house. That is Quebec. For Kevin Cooey, it has been a struggle. Last end, tried to pick out a stone, went by, listening in the mics, just so confused why some are curling, some aren't. Weight is in between. This is a force. Quebec hitting on their last stone, July 2. Needs to navigate a port and stop in the 8-foot.
And that little kiss will help. And a single, so it is Quebec. Julien Tremblay, Jean-Michel Arsenault, Jesse Mullen, Philippe Brassard having a great game against the 4-time Brier champ.
Good.
Okay.
In our feature, what a game so far for the Northwest Territories. You have to give Jamie Cooey and company a lot of credit, as the last 2 ends, the force was on. They stole the 2 after that rock picked for Brad in 5. And finally, that single in 6, they hit versus 2. So here in 7, it is Cooey and company, the Yellowstones, with hammer and a 1-point lead.
It's nice. You need a lot of curl here, Jeff.
Never comfortable against a team like Team Canada, though. You know, at some point they're going to puzzle it out here. String together a few shots in a row.
Keep going.
Good setup to start for them with 2 centerline guards.
Keep going. Gotta get his body coming at the broom a little bit better. It's all release right now. Good weight. It's all release.
3 quarters is perfect.
Yeah,
make
it the low side.
Make sure of this.
3/4, bud.
This is high, right, Glenn? Sorry, you said low.
Yeah, no, just, the double low.
Yeah.
3/4 rock.
Whoa.
Yeah, hard.
Whoa.
Hard.
Whoa. Yard, hard.
Come on.
Oh.
And you felt they had that. And there's the jam and a break for Team Canada.
Yeah, just a miscommunication on the line call there.
Oh, it's terrible.
And one chance to navigate that hole. If they don't, they're in trouble, right?
True, yeah.
Similar weight, eh? Same
Yeah,
weight.
you could probably throw a seam.
You saw the graphic. That 2017 Brier, that was in Brad Gushue's hometown, St. John's. The last win for Jamie Cooey
Add a few more feet.
versus Brad Gushue. So it just goes to show you can never sleep on this team from the north. They play you tough.
Whoa, needs a curl.
Jeff. Top button.
Needs a curl. Needs a curl.
Top
needs
button.
a curl. Needs a curl. Needs a curl. Mark, go on this. Go on this. Get as far as you can. Go, 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 go. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Good weight.
It's either that or this.
Now that yellow stagger, Joe's not helping them.
Yeah, all kinds of trouble here for Jamie Cooey and company.
Yep. I like that too.
It looks like half to me, actually.
Can get all three of these guards moving. Angle slash the red over onto the two yellows.
Sit through. You got it.
Real hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard. Hard.
Push it out.
Hard. 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 A little more. A little more. A little more. A little more.
Okay. Nowhere else to get in there, so. Either you tap it right on the nose or we try an angle tap it in here again.
My thought was on the nose.
On the nose, Okay.
because then he hits and rolls.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Kathy Gauthier, one more time.
Yeah,
Please
it's not
update
gonna
us on
bust.
Sheet C.
Well, Shane Latimer made a really nice shot on his first one. He hit and rolled under, but was not able to replicate that on his second. And so it is an open hit, a chance for Tyler Smith to take 4 and a commanding lead.
Solid 10.
Clean.
Coming in with that 1-1 record.
Queen. Chris,
Chris,
a little.
Chris.
Chris.
Hard to it, Chris.
And the shooter will stick around. Pac-12. So that is a big score and a 9-3 lead.
You're sweeping.
Hello.
Try to make that top one roll under. Eh? Like close to nose? Yeah.
All right.
Over the spot
Trying
down
to go
here.
straight back now, Gun? Or?
Yeah.
Would you ever, Joe, look at, a softer way rearranging the two yellows close to the house and hope you spill them in and open things up, or is it too late in the game now?
It's just a little late in the end. Those three reds in the rings are problematic. If there was maybe only one, I definitely would love to rearrange those and get them both counting. For Jamie Cooey, he needs the path to the button here. Long run back, double attempt.
Whoa! Yep. Whoa! Yep, yep, yep.
Glenn Kennedy, run it back. Got one, got two, got all three moving. And that is another big shot from Glenn Kennedy.
And the rock he ran back hangs on. All of a sudden, Northwest Territory sitting 2 and 3.
Throw, Glenny.
What a shot.
When they needed it most, he comes through for his team.
Shot gave it 2 licks. You would have got them all.
Yeah.
Just kidding. It was a great throw.
Yeah.
Glenn has made some outstanding, just really precise, big weight hits this game.
Yeah, that ran pretty true.
Line's a little tight, guys.
Line's good, EJ.
Top 4.
Line's
Okay.
good.
Wait, no, wait. Wait's good.
Line's tight.
Line's tight.
Gotta
We can go.
Brad staying on the offensive here.
Line's tight.
Hard, EJ.
Could hit one of those
Top 4.
biters.
Fight
Instead,
button
they're going
here,
to play the
guys. We're
draw
close to
here.
that. Easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're there. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And look at the curl, Joe.
Sorry, Mark.
The difference from Kathy, you can speak to this. You've been doing the updates from night one Friday, and the amount of swoop on that.
It's dramatically different, and that's what you would expect. Greg does not want to have to texture the stones again, but there have been struggles, and I'm sure that the teams that are playing in the other pool and are watching this will learn a lot. But the misses, so many this morning as teams try to adjust and figure out where to put the broom.
Like you gotta be like here, try to roll to here. It's not great.
Good on those yellows.
I think we just follow it. How do you just go?
Yeah.
Let's follow him. You got a time on that?
What's that?
Time on that? No?
Yeah, it was like a 14.6, I think.
Okay.
Let's check in on
Exactly what I gave you for that.
sheet B as Aaron Sliczynski settles into the hack.
A really nice double by Matt Manuel on his first, left him lying 3 spread out, and so ignoring it, Aaron Sliczynski tried to go around his corner guard on his first, came up short, and that allowed Matt Manuel to draw into lie 4. This is a draw to the button.
One is opener versus Kevin Cooey. Remember, Kathy had to really fight back to beat Nunavut.
Yes.
To get that second win. And ends up versus Nova Scotia.
Yeah, keep going.
Trying to carve this over.
Oh boy, has to dig in quick. Has to dig in really quick. And it will stop for second shot. So 1 red stone, a steal, and it's 5-1 for Manuel, Nova Scotia.
Team Cooey talked about playing a double on the top yellows, electing to play the come around. There's some space around the button. This spot is just running really quick now. 14-2. That's almost back 12.
So it hangs on for second shot stone, but it is the Team Canada rock that counts right now in the 4.
Team Canada has thrown quite a few on this side, this end in particular, with some taps early.
That was 14-4.
Yeah. Mark said his was 15-1.
That's it. It's about a 15. Yeah.
Yeah. Try and get a bite in the button.
How often you see that? The team that's protecting, trying to open things up all end, throwing hits, just not quite dialed into the speed. Big opportunity here for Brad Gushue to get 2 under cover.
So adjusting here, Joe, to this path, you know it's slick. And I think you got your stopwatch out.
Right there, Mark.
Yeah, he's got the horses to do the work for him.
All you guys.
Great sweeping between Walker and Harnden.
Line's good.
All you guys, top 4.
15-2. Real good.
15-2.
Line's good.
So what does 15-2 get you?
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, it gets you
Coming in the ring. Sit.
right to the face of your own stone, right near that button to lie 2.
I'd rather be on them than bounce right off. Yeah. Bounce right off.
And to be fair, Joe, that 15-2 was really with some casual sweeping. It's not like they hammered that at all.
No.
Holy smokes.
That is fast, yeah. I had 15-2.
Yeah. Can't kick it hard.
Okay, bud. T-line. Top 4.
Kathy, how different are the releases from Brad Gushue and Jamie Cooey?
Well, they're dramatically different. It's even how they come out. So one is very square. Jamie sort of comes out at a tilt, but he has worked out his method to the broom very well so he can ice himself. But it's very difficult for one skip to read off the other.
Right on the corner.
Yeah, love it.
This shot is all weight.
I got T.
Needs to get shot stone here. Good chunk of the button.
Just 6. Line's good.
Line's good.
Need to go a bit.
Go
Right on him.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Yeah. Line's really good.
Where is it, boys?
Get it here.
So you saw Brad's draw. It wasn't really a sweeping shot. He didn't drag it a lot. This one, little.
Great shot, bud.
That's shot stone, I think, Joe. That little nudge.
It's really good. Yeah.
It's close.
I think it might be red.
It is close. Mark Nichols looks it over.
Shot, man.
I bet a good amount of money it's still. Okay. Yep. He's coming off of that. Bounce off.
match.
Still a great effort here.
Well, what else do you...
So 15-5.
I guess we could
Little
probably
bounce.
take it away if we threw a guard. Make the draw tougher as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's going to try to come through the hole with...
Or, yeah, or it's hit and roll 2 rocks. Or we...
Hit and roll.
Yeah. I even just rolled it right here. Like, who's shot right now?
Brad thinks it's us.
I think it's us. I mean, he just plays this for 1, but... What's that?
Yeah, underneath it probably does look
I said
like
then he just plays it, like, ours for 1. Or we try and get the right here.
Yeah. If you ever touch the yellow, it's...
Yeah. Then it's he's tapping it for 2. If you think it's us, then I probably don't like that shot. Just in case we do touch the yellow. If we get to there, that makes the in-off tough, but then he's got to tap.
Is the in-off ever for more than 1, though? Like...
Well, yeah, if he hits it here.
Yeah, probably.
If he gets it a little low here, this could spring up just a little bit.
Yeah. Right on the eye, right?
Just how do you get there, Mark? That's such a tough shot.
It's Jeff's
probably
guard
my
path, right?
corner line. Okay.
Isn't that your guard path? Like
yeah, like basically
there.
it's right on the A, right? So
well thought out by Team Gushue there.
Yeah, try to take both away. He is the in-off for 2, so
if
we might be shot. That's why we don't want to draw and then nudge.
Right. We're not sure. Can we like tap on one of these guys?
Have to hit it absolutely perfect to play this in off for 2. But well thought out. Guard the shot for 2.
Yeah, you don't need to really guard the yellow. Just
What do you want to see, Brad?
Just guard the inside. Right. Is that going to get over there, Jeff? For high, I like that a little better. Yeah. Okay.
Brad was tempted to play the out turn wide and come
15,
around everything to go back
not
button.
As quick as the path we just played, but it's post 15.
Two rocks to come here in 7. Still not quite sure who is shot stone.
It's good.
You heard the comment that Team Canada thinks they are.
Hard, guys. Hard, guys, hard.
And a big push just to get this across the line. Out comes Mark Nichols to get it across the hog line.
Great sweep, boys.
And just enough.
Real good.
It's good.
Nice sweeping, boys.
Really good. Line. Yeah.
Just a fantastic sweep.
Man.
Shade to the 2017 final where Mark ran out to help sweep that in for the win, and he had to come out as well.
This is veteran helping on the sweep too. Watch, Mark's going to run up, and he's sweeping on the way up. They know they need every single inch here.
Hard, Jeff, go.
Great sweep, boys. Great sweep. Real good.
It's good.
Nice sweeping, boys.
Really good. Line. Yeah.
Like how I heated up that 6 feet. 6 feet before the hog line. You got it right.
I saw it.
Joe noticed. She was all over it.
Yeah, you're hitting yellow hard.
I think I'm throwing like a back.
But we're just trying to make sure one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really see anything else.
Yeah, come into it,
Unless
hit
it's running
3/4.
straight in there. But.
Yeah, I agree. Same kind of throw. Just 2 feet more weight, eh?
Yeah.
This is 2 inches less.
Just try to hair that. Yeah, try to hair this guy.
Yeah. Just hit the holes good.
Handshakes, PEI and Nunavut. And a win for Tyler Smith. 10-3 the final over Team Nunavut.
Hey, buddy. Good luck. Hey, man. Good luck. Rest of the week. Thanks. Okay. I love this shot. This is the call.
You want to throw it then?
Yeah.
So what are we doing here in our feature, Joe? Is it through that port and try to tap the yellow a little bit, or is it the draw?
Make a good one.
Trying to tap this yellow up, I believe.
Okay.
Navigate that port. It's really hard to stay wide enough with the way it finishes to get to the side of the button for your 1. So just trying to jiggle this about an inch to get shot. Score your 1.
10.
Clean.
Whoa.
Shot.
Yes. Whoa.
Hard.
Still 10.
Whoa. Clean. Cool.
Final stone in 7.
Shot.
Right through the port. They got through.
Hard.
And now carve it over.
No roll.
A little tap. And the shooter across, and is it good enough for one?
Still close, eh?
I think so.
I think that should have done it.
Yeah, Mark says. Thank you, Mark Nichols. It is one.
Wasn't sure what it was before.
That was over buried. What a shot.
Jamie Gushue having a morning in Regina, and he leads by 2. He has had a number of key shots on this Monday morning. Jamie Gushue, that final stone, a lovely draw to get it across, a little tap to make sure they got their single. So it's a 5-3 advantage. Team Canada 8th end with Hammer throwing the Red Rocks.
Well, the edge is for Jeff Walker, but as I've said, Muddy, in watching this team from the north, they have been consistent in all of their games. Sometimes other players playing better than one position, but the next position picks up. And we're just seeing more of that this morning.
Sit, Rock.
Okay.
Kathy, right back to you for the update on Sheet D.
Well, it has been a struggle. Kevin Gushue went around a center guard, and he's had great weight, but it has been where does the broom go? Came out into the open, not able to tap a Quebec stone back. This is a shot for 4.
Wow. What have you made out of this young team, Julien Tremblay, out of Quebec so far this week?
Really strong, really strong. We did not know this team that well, but they have made a lot of shots, very determined. It's really good to see new teams coming out of Quebec and performing very well at this level.
Wow, 11-5, and Kevin Gushue in danger of dropping to 1 and 3 here in Regina.
Yep.
Okay, good shot.
So 2 stones now, top 4.
Good. Shoot, that carried
And you
further
see
than I
that
thought it was going to.
Kleenex in the nose. Unfortunately, Cole Parsons a nosebleed earlier in the game, but thankfully he's competing. He's okay, and right now he's out curling E.J. Harnden.
Sometimes that gives you extra focus when something happens medically, and we've talked about it. It's just very dry in here, and they're putting so much pressure on the brushes. It's the winter, it happens.
E.J. clips both yellows, can't spill them both, but cleans up that top 4.
Did really well to connect on that. That was a long run back.
Good shot.
The Northwest Territory is up 2.
Don't think you got to panic though, Glenn.
Without Hammer. Love to look for a bit of defense, but there's 3 guards in front of the house.
You gotta go.
It's just a guard.
Stay on the offense here. Try to get one in the rings.
You heard them say, though, it's light, so another guard. And clogging up things up front.
Shoot it.
Oh, boy.
Sorry, didn't think it was that much less.
I wonder it just curled here. So it came off.
Soft,
Maybe.
Must have been.
He looks good, Mark.
Top 4.
Hey,
Rube. I don't think he's heavy.
top 8.
Real wall in front of the
Top
4-foot
guys.
Rube.
There.
with these guards in place. So EJ's just looking for the come around. Doesn't want to be too deep, though.
Line's good.
Top
Well,
T.
T's too much.
T-line.
T's too much.
This side of the sheet going away was really fast. It was in the low 15 range.
Whoa.
Coming home, it looks like it's running just as nice.
Okay.
Through that rocks.
They're 100% straighter.
That's a good 2 feet deeper than they wanted it.
Oh, unless ice.
Well, every time, and they just run down and then they'll curl.
They're similar to my 8. Like,
Yes, there's.
Just a hair light.
I got T.
Bit of room.
I think it's to it.
Well then,
Top
Line's
button.
good.
Top button.
top button, perfect.
Top button.
Line's good.
Room.
Line's good.
Top button.
Might have to go a bit.
Just to it.
Freeze
Just to it.
guys. Mine's good.
Easy.
Top 4.
Mine's good. Hard
Chat
line.
rock.
Gotta go everything, guys. You're not even here.
That's fine.
Whoa now, whoa now, whoa now.
Okay.
Sweeper's just a little tentative with that one.
Sweeping somewhere in here. Yeah. But, yeah.
If you pound that, though, Joe, is that not over curling anyways, you think? Or you think they could have locked it on?
If they hit it before the break point for weight and line, it would have delayed that happening.
Thinking like hack or
And
solid
Kathy,
hack.
there's the numbers and one of your storylines to start
I'd
this
like
game.
to be aggressive, and if you
Well,
did something
again,
like
we always
that,
talk
it's
about
still
the
okay,
brothers
but-
on this sheet, but it is these brothers that is the focus this morning, and some wonderful
Like good
shots
hack? Yeah, solid hack.
made by Glenn.
11 and a half, tell him.
Brad, 11 and a half?
Sure.
You like that?
Yep. Clean. Yep. Clean. I'll be hair quiet.
Just down.
Clean. Hair quiet.
Just hack.
Hard. Hard. Hard, Jeff. Hard, hard,
Jeff
hard,
Walker,
hard, hard.
the entire way down. My goodness.
Not quite what I was expecting. Okay. Good throw.
Oh, the weight was pretty close.
Wasn't that light?
No.
No, weight was close.
The weight was really close.
But if his is.
Yeah, Joe, we heard Brad say not what I was expecting, so clearly they're just not on the same page.
Sure.
Yeah, I think the spot just surprised him.
Just
Out
like
of the
here?
hand, there was no
Sure.
panic.
I don't know.
When you see a rock over curl like that, you assume that the skip sees something, has a sweeper sweep it the whole way, but they were just watching it for most of the
Makes us
sheet.
double, then what? We got to run it anyway.
Do we want to hit and roll?
We could hit and roll, yeah.
Got lots of time.
Look
You
at
want to
it?
go look at it? Go look at it.
Okay. Should have been down there to start with.
I think that's your options.
I like both. I kind of like taking
Yeah,
the
we can
double
play
weight,
that.
Honestly.
That or that.
I think it's a higher make shot. Yeah, probably higher make. Like,
If we end up just
I think you
peeling,
can definitely get under the yellow
what does he do?
if you clunk
Yep.
the back of it. And
You
then
get the yellow coming back?
Probably going that way, right?
I don't mind that.
I'm just saying, like, we could take a run at this. I'm just saying if we miss it, what does he do? He's probably chopping and rolling under.
Yeah, it depends where it is, right? Let me play this.
While they talk things over, Kathy, Matthew Manuel, a strong game this morning versus Team Alberta and Slichinsky.
Well, Slichinsky made the slash on his first one. That's how he got shot. And on his final stone, Matt Manuel hit and rolled into the mix. So it is red stone surrounding. For Aaron to score two, he'll have to try to get to the inside of the stone just rolled by Matt Manuel and tap it back.
Dylan Webster, Kerr Drummond, Jeremy Hardy, Aaron Slichinsky at an Airdrie and not to be there. So
One yellow.
they do get the one yellow after a couple of back-to-back steals from Nova Scotia. It's 5-2 there after 8. In the meantime, our feature after that conversation, Glenn Kennedy.
Almost control.
What are they playing here, Kathy?
I'm not sure what they decided, to be honest, Muddy.
They're playing a hit and roll off the side yellow. They talked about playing the long run back, but felt that it would just help Team Canada if it was missed.
So they hit off their own, got to roll it over enough and tuck it in. And it is second and third shot belonging to the Northwest Territories.
oh, they would have rolled another half a rocket.
Pretty
So
good.
Runners.
We guarded. He goes here first.
I thought, Joe, maybe they could even play
We go
the
there,
double
I can't.
off their
That's only
yellow to
going
the
under
red and
that,
then
so-
stick it there as well.
It was
Option.
pretty thin,
doesn't leave
though.
much
I
room
didn't
for
mind the
two.
hit and roll.
Yeah, unless you play the red one.
Also loved the 20-foot run for Glenn
That doesn't
Kennedy.
go
He's
very
made a bunch
far,
of
though,
them.
Jeff. Okay.
I like the draw.
What's that?
Draw.
Okay.
Yeah, with that stagger on the yellows at
Not
the
as
top of
quick
the
as
house.
This one.
Those are accessible with
It
the
shouldn't
curl
be
now to be
because
promoted,
you
but the
guys
stagger makes it really tough.
Nine to here.
Not as quick as that.
Yeah.
I'd say 4 feet slower.
That's. Yeah, I agree. The other one just got real quick. So many rocks. in a
So
row.
this will force Team Canada to the other side of the sheet.
Give us 2 feet more than you threw. 3 feet.
Northwest Territories played a come around earlier this end and came up significantly light, so assume that Mark will need a little bit more on this one than the other side.
Really like.
Line's good. Back four. A little
Have
heavy
we
right
seen
now.
a lot of
Okay.
action here this path, Joe?
Not a ton.
Hey, close. Still back four.
Well, if we can.
You got room. Back button is trying.
Yep, yes!
It's still heavy.
Hard! Whoa! Whoa!
Weight's good now.
Wow, look at that make its move just by that high yellow guard, swooping in. And right to the red stone to lie to. What a great draw from Mark Nichols.
Good shot.
And just for reference, I had a 14 on that from hog to hog. Each second's about 6 feet, so one side's running at about a 15 and this side's a 14. Really well managed by Team Canada. Good discussion in the hack to buy into the speed and really well executed by Mark Nichols.
Sweep it, kind of hold it out there a bit.
That went sideways at the end.
Anyway, just got to make it.
I think it's 2 here. Where
With that guard is a bit of a liner, right?
Yeah, I see thin is real thin, like flashing it. I think you go with all you can see. I think it's there, right?
It's really close. I think you're touching both reds, and it's just a matter of whether this 6 gets, where that 6 goes.
Okay.
Yep. Firm?
Firm, yep.
Let's go, bud.
Try to slash this yellow in right in the middle of those 2 rocks.
prefer this over following him in?
That?
You prefer this over following him?
Yeah. I can't do anything on the follow. You still gotta lie too.
Okay.
At least kill one of these reds would be a pretty good result for Jamie Cooey.
More, right?
Really hard to hit them perfectly in the middle.
Well, not real hard, just feel.
These were really floating out yesterday before the paper.
The texturing of the stones that was done by Greg Owasco last night. First here in 8, Jamie Cooey. Get a piece of his own yellow and he gets both reds going. Another beauty from Jamie Cooey.
Good shot.
Incredible.
Almost blew a tire.
Oh. I thought you were going to wick that 3.
Oh, man.
Stop. Stop curling it.
Blew a tire.
Literally hit right where they called.
This just squeaks by the top yellow. And Glenn a little sticker step trying to get the sweep out. I don't think it was going even if he got on it without the little trip. What a shot.
He has been remarkable this morning for his team and putting a lot of heat on Team Canada and Brad Gushue.
Still a chance here for Brad, though, to get a skips 2. So much curl in this spot.
T on its own right now. Line's good. It's not bad. Line's good.
Clean.
T line. Wait on we guys.
Line's good.
Line's perfect. Yep.
Top 4.
Line's good. Top 4.
Go. 15-1.
Gotta go. Come on.
Trying to drag it in for shot stone. And that'll settle. Top 8 still shot rock belonging to Jamie Cooey.
15-1.
Thought I threw what you wanted there.
I did. I thought it looked good.
Just put on the... Yeah, like, do we just go...
Kind of seen that. Yeah.
Player comparisons brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. And in the 90 percentile, 91 so far for Jamie Cooey.
I think so too. But you think I have to run double?
Try, yeah. Back 4?
Where else you go? Like
I know.
So long to guard it.
I know. I'm just thinking, like, better off here.
No, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Like, we got to be past it, right?
Yep.
It'd be nice to be way over here.
Yeah, I agree. Then it's jammable, right?
Yeah.
Lots of ice.
Probably give me
Hey,
edge,
get your 12s.
Yeah.
Like, that's min, I think, hey? Should be good.
Yeah.
Kathy Cooey and Tremblay, Quebec looks to be a hit for 2.
It is. Tremblay made a double on his final stone and rolled out.
Girl.
And that is why there is this opportunity for 2. Needs to get to the nose.
Girl. Go.
Jack Gauthier on the brush. Tyler Tardy in the house. Oh, boy.
Boy, that is the story of the game.
Just hasn't been their morning or their Brier, and that's handshakes. Wow. The 4-time Brier champ Kevin Cooey falling to 1-3. And young Julien Tremblay improving to 2-2 as Quebec, the upset over Team Alberta.
And Quebec played very well this morning. They have played well in all of their games. Even their losses, they have been very close.
Back up. Button on its own. Line's good.
You can do that. It's coming down already.
Final stone in 8, Jamie Cooey without hammer.
Nice good, Robbie.
They wanted to come in and draw another one here in the house.
Gotta go wait.
They'd love to get some separation.
Hard line.
Don't want to set up a double here, Joe. And my goodness.
Quicker.
Is the double there now for 3? Can they hold that shooter?
Oh, yeah.
I would imagine there is.
Almost
Three
all of it?
quarters, yeah. There?
They were looking to come around back 8 foot around the rock that was top 8, assuming
on
that
the
Brad
harder
would have
side
taken
if
on a
anything.
run
Gain a
double
half.
attempt.
Yeah.
Just light.
It's one of the rare times the pro miss was actually heavy. You know, even if you tick the yellow in and you scooch right out of the house, but now the door is open for the 5-time Brier champ.
Doesn't quite have all that top yellow,
Yeah. You like that ice?
so can't whip this.
Gotta hit it high. Yeah. I think you gotta be here high. Yeah. That's enough.
Huge chance here for 3.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay. High in the house.
What an opportunity here in 8.
Clean.
Curl.
Whoa, curl. Curl, curl, curl. Curl, curl, curl.
EJ Harden, curl it over.
Whoa.
Get enough, and they overcooked it.
Goodness.
They had it and overcooked it for a steal of 1 for Jamie Cooey.
That was so hard to do.
Even he can't believe it. Yeah, it's been that kind of morning. 6-3. Lead stones underway, and this one from Shadrach McLeod as the team out of the Yellowknife Curling Club. That steal in 8, a 6-3 lead. It is Team Canada with hammer, red stones here in 9. But Joe, take us through that final rock last end thrown by Brad Gushue.
Yeah, it was a tricky shot. Needed the just off nose to make that double. Wanted to make sure you kept your shooter for the 3 points if you're Brad Gushue, so they didn't whip it down the sheet. And just came up more than they expected it to. At no point did they call on to keep it straight. Came up a little too much, and out of nowhere there's a steal. 4-point swing.
Easy.
Wow.
And I think that teams will and are appreciative of the sandpapering of the stones. They wanted more finish, they got more finish, but it is catching so many players and teams already.
That's good. You go too high and he just chases
It's
it.
in front top 8. Front ours.
Okay.
Yeah, the biggest thing when you get that sandpaper is the consistency in how you throw the rock. So if one over
I
curls,
think it's all there. Lots.
do you take more ice? Do you throw it a little straighter? Sometimes you start to see this double adjust happen. So the skip gives more ice and the thrower throws it differently, and then you miss the other way, and then you move the broom again, and then you miss the other way, and it's a bit of a tornado of misses, and you don't end up inching your way into where you actually need to put the broom and make the shots.
That's where we wanted it, wasn't it?
They thought, Cole even said he thought he was heavy out of his hands, but that'll settle. Top 8.
Like that.
Yeah, a little difference in
Flush
speed
it
on the
all
side
up.
of the sheets right now. The right-hand side's running a little slower than the left-hand side.
Thinking
Lots of
like,
rocks came down the left side of the sheet in the 7th end.
11 and a half. 11 and a half. Solid hack. I like that.
How much weight?
11
I don't know,
this way or this
Tracy
way?
about half a rock.
Whatever you know.
No, this way better.
Know the end.
A little less than half with this turn, I think.
Weight's good.
It's good. Close. Yep.
Weight's good. Whoa,
Whoa.
Mark.
Curl.
Mark.
Curl.
Keep going.
Curl. Keep going. Okay. Wait.
Okay.
One. Good wait.
Okay.
Whoa.
Little outward motion on release.
Straight, straight.
You could tell just that extra out of his hand, Joe, and you could see it right away.
Yeah, sometimes add that speed with a little extension. Any outward motion just will not come back. Plenty of leg drive. Little extension there, just outward line. See it come back a little closer to the center line. It's so subtle, but it makes a huge difference on the trajectory of the rock.
Looks good, Mark.
Top 8.
Top 4.
Top 8. Top 8.
Wait only,
Still got something out of it, though. Remove the rock.
Top 8. Yep.
Wait only.
That was at the top of the 12-foot.
Top
And
8.
they disturbed their yellows, but I don't mind that.
Gotta go a little. Gotta go. Go ahead, Mark.
Bigger than Northwest Territories. Gives Canada less to work with in the house.
Hard.
Go, buddy.
Hard. Here, there. To your broom. To the tee. To the tee. Good, good, good. Good shot. Good shot. Just the one, eh?
Yeah.
Maybe tempted to take on the double peel here, but any kind of miss on the left side of the top rock would be coming right onto the rock in the house. The 3-point lead for Northwest Territories. They're happy to just give up 2 this end and take the hammer coming home. Sometimes you have no choice but to play that higher degree of difficulty, but when you have the option, you keep it a little simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Board weight.
Yeah.
Nice weight.
Yep. Yep. Gotta go, Jeff.
Mark Nichols here
Gotta
in
go
net.
hard. Gotta go really hard, Jeff. Really hard. Hard. No.
10 far.
And the nose hit, and
Good
that
weight.
double
Good weight.
could be available. So let's look at the results and schedules. We'll look at Team Cooey on the right. So who they have left, Nunavut. Saskatchewan's played really well. Slichinski and PEI. If you can find a way and knock off Team Canada, you put yourself in a real nice spot to try get to be top 3. And for Gushue, you see, you still got Alberta Cooey, who had a tough morning as well, and Vladimir Smith, Slichinski. So
Okay. Good try.
you can really help yourself out here if you're Jamie Cooey and company and hang on here versus Team Canada.
Sorry.
Just thinking our best chance at 3 is looking at 1 miss, right?
Yeah.
Like if we can make the roll here, he hits the open one, and then I wrap. We need 1 miss at that or a miss on the draw, and then we get 3. I think if we go here, he's got 2 cracks at this, right?
Okay.
That's the only thing I'm throwing out there.
My only thought was maybe freezing this right now.
Yeah. I don't think it changes his shot though, Jeff. I think he's still going to try this
but
or try this.
There's a chance, better
And
chance.
if we ever bump it a little bit, then it's kind of around the horn, right?
Oh, I know. Just trying to figure out the best way to get 3.
Yeah. Personally, I think the best way is if we roll over here, he noses.
Okay.
Then we wrap, and then either he tries to split the rings or tries this.
Okay.
I think that's the best chance at 3.
Yeah.
I think this
But getting 2, like we're still in the game, right?
splits there, possibly. You had to throw it, like little rotation. Like
I'd have to throw a spinner.
Because then I really like the hit and roll if we can.
What?
Then I like that hit and roll for sure.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
So I
this.
think you're right, because even if
My
he
first
runs
thought was to
and
roll
misses,
under, but-
it's an automatic double.
Well, it's open up, and then we got a guard.
Right. Yeah.
It's
And then he does, if it's perfect, he
6-foot
does
run,
it
right?
again.
I know. Yeah.
I think he'd
I
make
hear
1
you.
out of 2 for sure.
It's well thought out. You don't want to come under this corner guard now and give Jamie Cooey 2 cracks at the run back.
Same weight. It's perfect weight in the last one.
You like this show, or what would you be playing?
Jeff mentioned the freeze. I like the freeze call. It's the hardest degree of difficulty, but it puts the most accuracy onto Jamie Cooey. And generate a 3 here, you're going to need some precision.
Yes! Hard!
This call plays 2, though.
Hard! Hard!
And as Brad said, even 2 here keeps them in the game.
Hard, 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 hard.
Right there. Okay, that's fine.
And the nose hit.
Good weight.
Shot.
10-4.
Okay. Or thin.
No, too thin.
Okay.
I'm gonna miss it if you wraps, right?
Yep.
Let's go here.
Yep, I like that.
Roll a rock.
Kathy, I can see Matthew Manuel settling into the hack over on sheet B.
Well, he faced 4 on the first one. He made a double and left those 2 stones there. And so is electing by where the broom is to play the hit for the single.
If he hits and sticks, he'll out-cap that other yellow Kathy. At first glance, it looked close.
It is close, but the other one's buried behind a guard.
Yep.
Otherwise, I think that's the more obvious shot to play. He could play the draw.
To it! To it!
Final stone on the way,
Clean!
taking
Clean!
on
Clean!
Aaron
Clean!
Slachinsky
Clean!
out of the ARG
Clean!
Curling Club,
Stop.
and he will hit, roll a little bit, but...
Oh, it might be too far.
But... Talk to me, Kathy.
But I think it's a steal.
Actually, yeah, maybe not the best line call there.
Jamie Cooey in our feature. He'll nose hit to be shot stone.
Yeah, I think it's you, but we'll measure. Quick.
So they're going to measure on sheet B.
It's like a 9-9. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's
We
them, but
will
it's close
update you
enough.
as soon as they know. We will tell you at home.
Yep.
So Brad Gushue looking for the hit and roll under now. And we'll hope for a miss on the run back double attempt from Jamie Cooey.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Just kind of stop curling a bit.
Yeah, if anything, I thought throwing it to curl it.
Good way.
Looks good. Clean.
Yep.
And as Brad delivers, the measure
Hard. Good way.
on sheet B.
Whoa, whoa.
You heard Luke Saunders from Nova Scotia say maybe not the best line call. Just had them
Hard
clean
him
it
out,
at the
hard him
end,
out.
and those sharpened rocks, they move.
And there's that little flip behind cover for Brad Gushue.
Great shot. Beauty.
And it's
One more
red.
quick,
Real close, but
one
yeah,
more quick,
red,
yeah.
They might, I think they're asking Kathy
I
for
was
one more
red,
go
I thought
around.
would
Tighten it
tick,
up.
But it was close.
Yeah,
And they
no,
certainly
it's
can do
close.
that.
If you just go by it, yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
glad I didn't take the back.
Yeah, red. Yeah. Yeah.
So it is 1 red and a 6-2 advantage for Nova Scotia. Handshake, so that's a win for Matthew Manuel.
Yeah, good luck. Thanks.
And that is a team that has played really well. They just weren't able to get in the win column until today.
Guys.
In the meantime, it looks like Jamie Cooey lining up a triple. Can he get all 3 moving?
Oh, yep. Kind of connect in the house.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Hard. Whoa. Hard.
His final stone in 9.
good.
Calling him off. 1, 2. Oh, and he
That's
gets
good.
enough.
Good call. That's close.
So it will be the draw for
Side
2
back.
for Team Canada.
Good enough. Just wanted to connect with 1 there.
It doesn't matter.
There's been some head bopping and scratching on our feature sheet of ice this morning.
Back a little bit. Meatball.
Oh, we were dead nose at one point. I probably
Just
missed that, actually.
backed off on them. Almost missed the one in the
Oh, we
house.
did. That's kind of wicked.
I played 2 wins ago.
Final stone in 9 and a chance for 2.
Let's see lots,
Just
guys.
needs paint.
Top 4.
Coming down a little.
Jeff Walker, E.J. Harnden, and sure it is there. It is. And we have a 1-point game coming home in 10. Can the Northwest Territories beat Team Canada for the very first time? We'll step aside. 10th end next. Approaching noon local time here in Regina. Welcome back inside the Brandt Center. It is the last draw, and it is also our feature, a 6-5 advantage for Team Northwest Territories with Hammer throwing the yellow stones, lead stones on the way, and this one coming from Jeff Walker. And Joe, what an opportunity here for Jamie Cooey and company.
Yeah, no more you can ask for. You have the Hammer, a 1-point lead.
Okay. It's right next to it.
Whoa, just let it dig. Whoa.
No tick rule in play at this year's Brier. You can't move a rock that's touching the center line until the 6th rock of the end.
Sorry, guys.
Hear the big sigh from Team Canada.
Tap the yellow.
Both rocks are on the center line. They're just very close together. It's a relatively easy double peel.
Okay. Just a little bump.
Yeah, freeze the yellow. Tap the yellow.
I just don't want to be over here, right? Because these are coming back eventually. Okay.
Lock it on.
Through, yeah.
Just right to
fine
it.
too, yeah.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay.
You don't often see this, but Jamie Cooey calling to throw this through. Just recognizing they don't need more points to win here. Extra rocks in the house can only help Team Canada.
Kath, we always talk plus minus, so a shot like that, does that go against your percentages, or do they just throw that one out?
They just toss that out. You don't get any points for chucking a rock. You have to have an intent.
In theory, you should get 5 out of 5 because you made the shot.
Called and made.
No, just it recognizes skill and ability and not your ability to chuck.
Hey, it's over.
Whoa, then.
Pretty close.
Canada looking for a long guard here. This can be tricky late game if they get into the inner stuff. It can slow down.
Just past the green. Hey, line's good. Line's good. Higher the better, guys.
Whoa.
Higher the better. Doesn't matter if it's
Whoa.
outside.
Yeah, I know, but
Doesn't need the curl.
Okay.
Sit.
I'm just saying, tempt them to make the run.
Yeah.
Right? Like.
Oh, there's 3 guards all touching the line. And now go time for Jamie Cooey.
Yep. Clean. Yep. A little bit. Clean. Clean.
Cole Parsons. Different dynamic, Joe. You've had the opportunity to play on that single sheet of ice, and I know it's still round robin, but you know what? There's a decent amount of fans in the building. It's a little bit quieter, and you can feel the intensity here and what's at stake for both sides.
Yeah, I mean, Brad Gushue in particular is very used to that setting. He relishes the spotlight. He'd love being the only sheet out there. Nice thing is you can finally hear each other.
Give it a go. Make sure, Cole, though, eh?
Didn't quite get right in front of the tight guard, so a slight angle. Cole Parsons will take a run at this double peel, but knowing his tolerance, he'd rather miss wide here and just get the one.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Remember, he had that extension earlier in the game.
Shooter.
Hard shooter.
Gets all 3 going. That was not... Was that the call, Joe? I thought just make sure they peeled, but they got it.
They wanted to take a go at it.
Yeah, okay. Great shot from Cole Parsons.
Good sweeping.
Nice throw, bud.
Yeah.
Really well thrown, just clean the whole way.
4 good ones. Shot.
And that in good weight, too. You know, he didn't try to get excited or adrenaline and heave that thing. It was a nice shot in the fist bump you see there from Glenn Kennedy.
Can't throw it harder.
Timeout.
And now that lone guard is so high, it's really not in play. Anything buried around it is chaseable with the extra finish today.
Caleb Flaxey is the coach for Team Canada.
Try to draw T-line behind it.
Well, that's why I was thinking corner freeze. Yeah. We corner freeze and get around it.
And then use that as guard?
If we're there.
He can't get rid of it.
Yeah, he's ripping the guard,
He
right?
peels and you go around. And you start
Exactly. Well, then we guard a little bit. Yeah. And then we come around. That's my the next three steps, right?
I like the freeze.
This is your
my first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're thinking freeze. He
I think
rips
if we
and then
go there, we're getting further away from the button. Here, eventually, I can get a good chunk of the button on my last.
Yeah.
I like that.
If we execute properly.
Yeah. So freeze. He rips. Right. He rips.
Freeze,
we guard.
Yeah. He rips. We just got to be careful. We might have to do it one before he does. He might. Right. Well, if we throw a guard, he might come there.
I think right now we want him trying that. Don't we?
We'll hope for miss.
Well,
yeah.
Cross that bridge when we get there. Let's execute
like
the next.
Yeah.
Next three.
Talked about
here.
throwing the guard here, but to be buried around the rock that's high. Brad's saying you're moving further and further away from the button. You put the corner freeze on, and you guard that a few times. On Brad's last, you can come around and actually have pretty much full four, even bite the back of the button around the freeze situation.
Sorry, say that again to me?
That is a better rock.
This is the one that's sliding a little better. Top 12. White the 8.
Wait, yeah, not the 8.
Yeah.
It doesn't look heavy.
Top 12.
Okay, line's a little tight, guys.
Go ahead.
Okay, play the weight right now. Line's tight, though.
We can go a little. We're a little light.
Top 12.
Go. Okay, we're over curling. Just play. Whoa.
Keep going.
We're just half in.
Whoa. Gotta let it stop, guys.
Tight. We're tight now.
Yeah, we're really over curling. Just never got out there.
Okay.
Okay, Mark.
Not a bad spot.
No.
The line got a little tight early, so the sweepers couldn't drag that to the depth they wanted. They were looking for anywhere from frozen to top 12.
Is this the only call here, Joe? This is the no-brainer peel?
Yeah, you don't want to come in and risk sliding deep, leaving them something to freeze to. All of a sudden, you're shooting against the loss.
It's time for the game story, brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
And for this morning, Jamie Couey's just been on fire. He made an outstanding shot in the 7th end to take his one, a come around, over buried just to jiggle a frozen rock. And then the 8th, just that 4-point swing out of Gushue. He had a double for 3 and missed. Both Skip's numbers are pretty even, but Couey just making those big shots when it counts.
That steal of 2 and 5 as well. Remember, whether it picked or just light for Gushue, that was a big stolen 2 points for Jamie Couey as he's trying to hang on here and knock off Team Canada for the very first time.
I like going around it.
Okay, back for it.
Same speed?
Yeah.
It's the same time.
Yep.
Okay, wait on guys. Top 4. Room. Lot of room here.
Our line will be okay.
Top 4.
Weight's good. T-line. Lots of room. Always EJs. Top button. Always EJs. Need it back
Top
4.
4.
Line's getting better.
Gotta go for weight. Gotta go to get it
Line's
back.
Hardy. Come on. Hard, you got it. Come on.
Top 4.
Curl.
Just freezing.
Get it on the corner of it.
Sit.
Okay.
And a little tick.
Here we are.
Sorry, guys.
I always thought it was a little light.
What?
I always thought it was just a little light.
Yeah.
I like that throw better.
Just came down a little more than they expected it to. They could have got off that, tried to make it curl and just get it more frozen on that top yellow. Glenn's going to take a run at this run back.
Hard. Hard.
Right out of his hand.
Hard.
Glenn Kennedy.
Whoa.
Run the red, clips it, both moving. Another pistol from Kennedy. He's having a game.
Good call, pal. Good call.
He's just been dialed in today.
Oh boy, good shot. Pistol, bud.
Thanks. Line call.
Only thing Brad Gushue and company had to work with was that yellow rock, and he spilled it off.
Made me sweep though.
One's eye.
We talked about the potential of Glenn being the difference in this game. He was playing so well coming in, and no disrespect to Mark Nichols, but he was a +2 coming in.
93%, Kathy, on hits for Glenn today.
And that,
big numbers.
Yeah, that plus, you get a plus when you out curl your opposition by 5% or more.
Hard then. Just pass half.
Huge with the back end
Go.
players.
Get all you can out of it. Hard. Hard. Keep going, guys. Keep going. 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 Keep going.
Okay. Sweet.
Like in a different path, or was it
To
just?
me, I thought you took a little off.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
It's either corner freeze or a little hit and roll.
Mapping out options.
Corner freeze, he just noses it. I think we got to hit and roll. Okay.
Not much to work with here for Team Canada. But straight peel has to be made first. Stranger things have happened.
Jamie Cooey
Just clean.
Wait. It's fine.
playing the peel. And Brad Gushue running out of time and options here in 10.
One more. I think it'll still curl here, Mark.
Yep.
We were talking it through while Jamie Cooey was going to throw. Talked about playing the corner freeze on the rock that's in the 12-foot to sit shot, but then it's just a nose hit for Jamie Cooey. So trying to play the hit and roll.
Back. Yeah. Same as last time, eh?
Jamie Cooey could either chase it or just play the draw, touch the 8-foot for the win.
Let it last, Mark.
If you would have told him that to start this game, that's your two options against Team Canada, he would have jumped all over it. Needs to be the shot stone when this is all said and done. His final rock here in 10 without hammer, down by 1.
Whoa.
Back. Whoa.
EJ.
Yeah, he's gotta go.
Weight's good still.
Got to curl.
Keep going, EJ.
EJ Harnden carving this over.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Wait.
Makes the hit, and now options available. You can just rip it, peel it clean, and you got the victory.
Throw it a little, but not enough.
Take your time.
Yeah, I think if this had been partially undercover, you wouldn't see the chase out of Jamie Cooey, but it's wide open.
You think back to his sister Carrie Gushue back in 2009 at those Scotties in Victoria, knocking off Team Canada. And now another team from the north for the first time ever. The Northwest Territories 0-6 all-time versus Team Canada. Make this go away, and Jamie Cooey will knock off the defending champs and improve to 3-1 at this year's Brier.
This is a huge moment. Jamie Cooey stepped onto the backboards twice before he settled in the hack. Routine shot, but what a moment for him.
He settles in, delivers. Final stone in 10. Make it go away. And for the first time ever, Jamie Cooey, the Northwest Territories, knock off Team Canada.
Now, he has played so well all week. His team and Glenn in particular supporting him through this and all week. What a big win.
Just so impressed with his demeanor out there. The quiet intensity from Jamie Cooey.
He ain't so bad.
A 3-1 record, handing Brad Gushue the loss. 7-5 the final.
Did it stick around?
Unbelievable as We check now the standings. Gushue falls to 2-2. Remember, Jamie Cooey now has that head-to-head win, and that is massive at the end of the week. You see McEwen wearing those Saskatchewan colors, perfect as well, 3-0. Top three from each side will qualify. Sliczynski, that loss, drops to 2-1. On the other side is Botcher Carruthers. They're both perfect at 3-0.
Groundhog Day.
A record-setting day, historic moment. We'll step aside from Regina. What a day for Jamie Cooey.
The 2024 Montana's Brier is proudly presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. By Kruger Products, the softest and strongest supporters for over 40 years. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada.
A massive win over Team Canada, and of course, some time to sign some autographs. Wonderful fans, great support here in Regina. And what a start, a 3-1 record. His best start ever, and his best start since back in 2012. And Team Canada, Brad Gushue, gracious even in a loss. Time for the fans, some autographs, as he falls to 2-2 in Regina this week. So just a reminder, our next matchup is Trevor Bonneau, 2-1 record, Northern Ontario, here for the first time. Brendan Botcher, the Brier champion from back in Calgary, the bubble in 2021. He's 3-0. That's later today at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, as myself, Russ, Kathy, have you covered right here on TSN. Congratulations to Jamie Cooey and his team out of the North, the first time ever knocking off Team Canada, improving to 3-1. On behalf of our entire hard-working crew here in Regina, we thank you for watching our Montana's Brier coverage, and we'll see you later on this afternoon from Regina inside the Brand Center.